All right, we could start the podcast with that.
If you don't want it,
I do want that. That thing is amazing. Okay, we're here with Cory Nastazio 2.0. We'll get why we're here, but tell me the story of this.
This was a double backflip, came up short in the landing, and this whole bike just crushed. And that was it.
What year? What year is this?
2000.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the first... fuck.
What set of dirt jumps?
I think it was Real Ride. On that last little set, I think I tried to double flip it. I think maybe Steven did it. It was possible. And I tried it, and I came into the backside of landing, and it just... Because of this case, and it was like a suspension. So it didn't like...
It helped you.
Yeah, it was like... And it kind of let me out easy.
Yeah, as opposed to
So that's why I kept it. I'm like, you're good to me. Meanwhile, it weighs like... It's probably, I don't know, dude. It's 30, 35 pounds at least.
Well, you kept it on your next to your weight bench in your garage. I think that was like one of the weights
you were curling.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Oh my god!
Like
the amount of weight that's like in the back end is like what's weird. You know, like the lack of balance that it has. You know,
right.
like it's not like whatever
right.
it weighs. It's not like it's
right.
like distributed well.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
How long is that back end? Probably.
Hey, but I was
15?
only like 160 pounds.
Yeah.
Throwing this thing around, and because it's heavier, it actually. I was able to do certain tricks because of the leverage with my body in it. So like Superman C-grabs and no-footed cans, my bike would literally stay right there. So I could hop off of it, be extended as shit, and it wouldn't move in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why like a lot of my tricks were so extended because of the weight, you know, it was based around.
Yeah, like the no-foot cans, and you could go as wild as you
wanted.
wanted.
As wild as I wanted. And it's like a dirt bike, right? It's not going anywhere. So... And then as technology evolved and, you know, we got lighter and lighter, then I chased lighter bikes. And then I lost some of those tricks. I lost Superman C-grabs. I didn't really lose them, but my bars went forward. My bike lightened, so it took away my signature tricks that I was kind of known for. But also, I wasn't really stylish on this bike. I was more just tricks.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of hammers. And then... and we got a special guest that just showed up.
So we have Mike Magnetti, aka Nutty. We have Cory Nastazio 2.0, and then I don't know if I'm allowed to say your name like publicly, but this is Cory, other Cory.
We're not trying to get canceled day one.
So
how are you?
I got some special guest surprises. Mike, I grew up with in Florida. We started BMX together. And then I actually moved to California to ride with SHL crew in Huntington Beach. The sun was always blue. You had Brian Foster and all the racers training out there. And he was kind of like the little trickster, no shirt, tan kid, pretty kid that just said California, sunshine all day, let's fucking ride bikes. And that's... pretty much where I went. I headed his direction, and then I met him and all them, and I was accepted-ish. You know, they embraced me, but they were having a hard time with me kind of coming and stealing the show. It was all evolving right then. So I had a couple fights with some of the dudes at SHL, like physical, because everybody drank beer back then, and they were all punk rockers, and I was like this more so
hip hop soldier. So. We meshed, but we all loved BMX and we had the same passion, so it buffed out. But
they accepted you quickly. As soon as you hit the first
I got
set
punched
of
in
dirt
the
jumps.
face a couple of times.
Was that before you rode?
It's like getting initiated into a gang. I mean, back then it really was. Everybody had their moves, and we would come on one line. It'd be like a lot like the line that was running the best, and we would kind of do our dance through it, and it was like who's got the moves. And it was fucking sick, but it also upped the level of riding too, because I mean this is just for the passion of riding. This was no money involved. I mean, the sport happened at the same time in itself. Like you guys already created the scene and the bike riding and the jumps and had that going. California, I want to say, I just kind of put that on the map. And then the BMX scene, contest scene came kind of right behind that.
It was a perfect storm.
And a lot of you were too kind of cool to kind of adapt to that and go that route. So you guys kind of stayed, fuck you, I'm core, and I kind of try to play both sides of the fence.
Well, here's the thing with me. So I've always been a constant viewer of all of it, and so I've gotten to, thankfully, be part of all these different types of characters at one point, where everybody lived in different homes: HB house, HB apartment, SHL, your spot, TL spot. TLs, you're not allowed to go there unless you're invited on a secret, like, little party kind of thing.
There was cliques. I tried to adapt to all of them, so I was just accepted. I was just so psyched on all of you. But you guys were the ringleaders. And then there was Punjab and Isaac, who had the East Coast domination, Ground Chuck, who had the kind of like the badasses of East Coast, which did have the more proper jumps, considering, you know, the racers' dirt jumps were, I mean, they were piles of shit, literally. And there was no water out there, but we acted like they acted like, and when I got there, acted like it was the best thing on the fucking planet. I'm just talking about just Sheep Hills, and you bringing me from West Palm Beach with him in that era to watching you and your scene and going, I'm going to you guys, and that's kind of what happened. You don't even fucking know this.
Because VHS, that was all through VHS.
Bar Spinner came out with that first
Soil.
SHL video, and I was like, that is me.
Being in Florida, seeing props videos and seeing those scenes and Bo Usher's trails, and seeing the Sheep Hills, that was heaven for us, because we had sugar sand and carpet and plywood.
Exactly.
That was everything to us.
So just to rewind, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yep.
You said before we started recording that you watched Cory walk in to the racetrack for his first race ever.
Yes. Yeah. It was...
How old?
I was probably 12, which means you probably 13 or 14. Does that sound about right? And listen, I don't know if you rode your bike before that or not, but like that was the first day that you showed up at the BMX. So this guy shows up at the BMX track with a full sponsor already. I mean, he was kidded. He had leathers and a custom jersey. Well, no, he had a sponsor. He was sponsored by a bike shop called AJ Barnes, and they picked up a bunch of kids.
I fucking remember this.
This is true. This is all true.
Right. I think you're
Whatever
right.
you do. So, and he showed up, and this, not even to him. I mean, they rolled in deep. They were like 20 kids deep. We had never seen any of them.
Yeah.
And we were the rat locals at the track, and we're like, who the fuck is this rolling in with brand new, I'm talking brand new uniforms. You know, brand new bikes. I think you were the only one that didn't have a brand new bike, but you had the Interceptor, I think was the first one. Yeah. Was it the yellow or the chrome one?
This fucking guy.
Dude, this memory. That's
So Cory rolls up, and these guys are all pretty good at riding bikes. They're all surfers, I found out later, except for Cory. Cory was not necessarily
horseback.
a surfer. Yeah. Well, that was.
That's all we.
And right off the bat, that very first night, we're like, who the fuck is this kid with the fucking long hair? Oh, excuse my, were we 30 seconds in?
Yeah, you're good. You're
okay.
Good. Yeah.
And right off the bat, you could tell that there was something different about this dude. And that's a special thing in BMX when you can look at somebody. Robbie has that talent of spotting people early.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that talent of spotting people early. You didn't have to spot Cory. Cory was a fucking like beam of light. You couldn't help it. You were like, who the fuck is this dude? And what is his fucking story? And that was his first night at the skate park. And then that bike shop, AJ Barnes, they started doing bike shows at little like fairs or what are they like in like little plazas and shit. And Cory, they'd set up a little kicker ramp, and the guys would go out there and they jump over one guy or three guys or four guys, and then Cory would start at the back of the parking lot and pedal wheelie in. You know how the pedal fucking with the wide handle grips, just fucking mobbing, pants down already, because we were all. It was in West Palm. It was more hip hop. Like the PA scene was all punk rock and those dudes, and we were like fucking South, Florida, Miami. And he's coming and pedaling full speed, going 3 times faster than the next fastest dude. And he would jump, 30 feet to flat, and the whole crowd would just go, "What the fuck? What was that?" And that was it. Like that was him from day one.
What did you guys have to ride? Like, did you really? You started out racing,
We
or
had a
you
little
just
kicker for freestyle, because we were a BMX track, so everything was kind of just like speed, and we would try to jump mellow devils and try to just teeter totter. But we had a little kicker this dude made for us, and then we had like a landing ghetto, and we would just back it up.
You didn't even never hit the
back
landing. He would just
and everybody would show up, and they'd be in it for a while, and then like the whole thing was, how far can we back this ramp up? And then I would be going like 40 foot, at 14 years old, just all up in the bars, just hanging on for my life, but just and I knew at that point, I'm like, everybody else kind of quit 20 feet before that. I just kept going, and they're like, the fuck? And I was like, well, fuck, maybe I am good at this, and I'm going to pursue it. So I just kept at it, and the more, I guess all of us BMXers do this. Like, once we get like attention and someone makes us feel important about a skill we have, you kind of embrace it. And you run with it.
Strike one, Cory.
Yeah. And you run with it. Yep, you run with it. And then you end up, and that's the thing. Like, I'm so grateful just for my career in general, because I've had the best career in BMX, I want to say, than anybody. I mean, I got the longest paychecks. I got the biggest paychecks. Traveled the world. BMX has taught me so much that I didn't know it was going to prepare me for the future. And like, even, today, I'm an animal because of BMX. Like, I owe everything to BMX. My mentality, my dedication, that work ethic that I put in is the same with BMX. And it's all from BMX. So, and I just want to tell the kids out there too, like, when you feel like it's, you have no choice and BMX is kind of over, or you got hurt, you're gonna be fine. Mm-hmm. The opportunity will present itself, and you will be happier than ever, and you'll have the tools you need, from the perseverance from injuries and the persistence that you had, years and years and years and years, the money, the dedication, the travel, all the experiences. But it's really like, they can't teach you that in school.
No.
Like, no kid, my kid has got no idea the life skills that I have from BMX. And I think any sport, if you're traveling in that sense, will really prepare you for the future of, like, adulting, and like having to really like lock something in with no skill sets and doing everything. BMX is the only thing you've done for all your years. You're done with BMX. You're like, fuck, I'm really good at that, but I'm not getting paid anymore. And now I don't really have any skill sets. I spent no time learning anything else. Yeah. I'm fucked.
Like taking risks. You're saying, like,
Then you take shows, side jobs. You end up getting hurt trying to push it. So for me, I'm so lucky and grateful to have had, number one, dodge all those injuries, and my friends around me who are still paying the price for some of their falls, and just to be on the other end and be on a positive side, just mentally, physically, and thriving. Mm-hmm. And if I can do it, anybody fucking can do it, because I was the gnarliest dude as far as partying, and the chances that I took, I should be dead. I've said this on podcasts before. I have crazy stories, but seriously, like, I'm the guy that should be dead. I'm still here, and I know it. So I'm grateful. I don't make any bad choices anymore. Like, I'm fucking all grown up. Like, and that's why I didn't want to come on the podcast, because, like, I'm not cool. I'm not relevant. I got nothing to say other than, like, just know, if you're in BMX and you're insecure about when it ends, if I can be fine, you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Straight up. But live that life, because you'll never get it back. Yeah. And life is short. And if you're passionate about it, I mean, really, like, I'm just so blessed to have BMX to take, 3/4 of my life up. Yeah. And the people that I've met the best fucking people ever. I'm in real estate now, and I fucking hate everybody. Everybody's a fucking asshole. I don't tell them that, but they're not my people.
Don't post this on any realtor.
If I bumped into you, and Brian, I don't really see you very often, but I mean, I respect you, you respect me. We're brothers, right, in the game. But if I saw you at an airport, I'd literally drop dead like you're my fucking brother because of that BMX relationship. Yeah. And so that is something so special. And if you don't have that as a team, like my kid, he doesn't have that as a home base. Yeah. And it's sad, because it's really important to fulfill your soul with some kind of, a similar like mind people. And no matter if you have an attitude or a bad day, or we're not feeling each other, at the end of the day, we're both the same fucking human.
In a sense, like, BMX is like surviving. Like, you go on a trip and you go ride some fucking gnarly trails, or you're in the streets for 3 days with a few dudes. You come out the other end and you're like, we're boys, because we did all this crazy shit, and we're like bonded in a certain way that is like hard to explain.
That's it. And that's really important in life. I think if you don't have that in life, you're really missing out. Like, life could be so much better for that person if, he's not even aware that it's a thing. Yeah. Like, your guy that goes to school and is trying to do all the right stuff that your mom tells you and not take his own venture. Like, that guy sold himself short on life.
And it's like, you talk to people and they're like, well, yeah, like, I put effort into stuff. I tried really hard and then I did it. And so I get the perseverance and all that stuff. But you're like, yeah, but like, this is like on on like hospital visit
Right.
level
Right.
type stuff
Right.
and shit that like really is
Right.
a head game that you think you're gonna die for.
I bet firefighters that go into fires
Yeah,
have
it's
that
probably the same.
brotherhood.
Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
like you said, that's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
We've been through it all. We always
tribal.
pick each other
Yeah,
up
we're
off the
humans.
ground,
Yeah.
and we just know what one another's feeling. Like when I watch TV and these guys competing, I feel everything they're feeling. I feel I'm them.
It clicks.
I'm them, and that's super special.
Yeah.
And shout out to the boys this day and age who are fucking killing it. I mean, we're talking about me and the tricks I did. Yeah, that was awesome back then, and I was the guy kind of doing some tricks for the first time and invented some. I mean, Cory too. You know, there's just a bunch of people that aren't
Best
even
360s.
people don't even know, right? That have really paved the way. But nowadays, Kevin Peraza, R. Willie, Jay Tui, you know, in particular for me, I'm just like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Excuse my language. I know this is on YouTube, but and it's just so unfortunate. I play a lot of golf now, and it's challenging, and it's cool, and you don't get hurt, but it's challenging. But BMX is challenging, and you get hurt, and there's no money in it when you do get hurt. Golf, you don't get hurt, and there's fucking so much money in it. And I've just always been so jealous for our sport and our fellow riders, people like my brothers, like us, that got the short end of the stick financially.
Yeah.
Because BMX is no fucking joke, man. It's fucking gnarly. I probably have $2.5 million in medical bills over my 35-year career, if you add it up, probably more. And people are riding so much more gnarlier now. And you know, I don't know. You tell me, Ryan. Can you make $1 million in BMX?
Not many people, I don't think.
Can you make is anybody making $1 million
Probably
bucks?
top
You
like
probably
2%, maybe. Like, well, no, like R. Willie.
in a single year? I'm not sure.
I don't think
I hear occasional numbers about things come through where I'm like, oh, that's pretty wild.
But it's not necessarily
like,
from BMX
You know,
money.
six feet. Yeah, it's not BMX money, but neither
drink
was
money
necessarily
or- right,
his.
right, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like 6 figures from one outside sponsor a year. You know, like, and that stuff still does happen, but not. I don't think on the, you know, like the X Games sideline, your manager signing those deals like right before you drop in and they slap the sticker on, and that I don't think that happens anymore.
Right.
I don't think this like
That was my era.
money kind of.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a testament. You can hear your passion right now, you know, and that's the passion that you put into everything. And if you have more to say, please do. And I don't mean to cut you off, but bringing it back, that passion has been with you in every step of your life when it comes to, you know, barrel racing as a horse, or the first night I saw you at the
Appreciate
BMX track.
that. Thank you.
Well, I mean, because you know he's very competitive, and when he first showed up to the BMX track with that full gear on, you know, he was going to be a racer, and he was a very talented racer, but he was a smaller guy. And the power wasn't necessarily there, but he was a fast racer. He was super smooth, and I think you realized quite quickly that like your direction wasn't necessarily going to be a pro racer, but you saw that, you know, the reaction that you were getting from jumping and
We were influenced by racers because that's all there was. So we knew we loved bike riding. We just didn't know
Well, there was
kind
no
of
trails. The
which
trails for
avenue
us-
to take on it.
Yeah, the trails for us was the racetrack. You know, and you
That
just,
was it.
Yeah, you
we
were
were
the guy.
we were, and I was. I keep saying I was all freshed out.
That was just the one
I lived
night.
in a
That was
trailer
the
park.
one night. That was the one
I
night.
was fucking broke as shit. My bike was so hoopty.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed to go to.
No, I think that first night was the only night I saw
mean,
you in a uniform
you know.
at all. After that, you ditched the uniform and you were in baggy pants. and
TJ
you were-
Beach
Yeah.
was the
He was
real
the-
sponsor. He had MCS. He was on He was on like little cutout cardboards of himself at the bike shop. He had the crew, the mechanic. He had the dad with the barbecue with the RV. Like, he's doing it right. I was in the back of someone's car driving to Georgia as a little kid with a fucking ratchet bike.
Yeah.
Going to a race, which I had no business racing, but I knew I loved bike riding. And then we would branch off and go ride like the trails.
Right.
After the race, and that was fucking everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everything.
the races, even for me, I was a lot like him in that sense that we really didn't care about training. Like the big racers at the time were guys like Charles Townsend and Gary.
Yeah, you did it because you were fun.
Well, the
It was
racers
fun,
that
yeah.
we looked
Yeah.
up to were Brian Foster, Robin Morales,
Yeah.
because they weren't training. They were just going out there and winning races
Good
on
point.
pure flow, pure bike skill.
We wanted
I
to be
mean,
like Brian Foster, who really didn't
Right.
train, just naturally kicked ass. We're like, we're going that route.
Right. No, but the point I was
Take a
trying to
piss
make
real quick,
is, and I could talk about this when he's not here,
Yeah.
but you know, from going from realizing that racing maybe wasn't going to be the thing for him, and realizing at such a young point to go all in on just riding his bike and being good on his bike. And that was his thing that he stood out for. And now even with his real estate and with golf, and he's all in. He's all in on whatever. And that's a metaphor for BMX. BMX teaches you all that stuff.
I was always curious where your confidence came from. Like, do you always feel like you were confident, or did it build over time? Did BMX give you that confidence? Like,
he's a lot like his mother.
Great question. Fuck yeah, my mom probably influenced me a little bit. I don't know. I think the horse riding, like when I was like dominant at that at a very young age, that kind of like sparked, like I was kind of not normal. I was a little different by just taking chances. It all stems to like how crazy are you? Dude, at the end of the day, it's like, who's fucking gonna jump off this thing fucking and land over there?
And that's confidence, though.
Right.
Yeah, I can.
He was
that's that idea of like this is. I love this footage.
I think
this is it. Yeah. This is.
Oh wow.
So he was built like this.
That's
like obviously, he got his
horses
genes.
would step on my feet. They'd kick me. They'd fall and roll over me. And I was like that big right there, letting those big ass horses roll over me. There's a couple times my family had to pick me up out of the backyard and bring me to like ice baths and just like.
But look,
I was a mess.
This part's sick when we start riffing around.
His mom, dude, and
My
there's
dad,
his dad.
That's your dad.
Yeah. So they were redneck. They were from New York and then turned rednecks and then just got a bunch of horses and were like, here you go. So, but like I said, and plus I come from kind of a fucking weird upbringing as far as like,
was there footage
everything
you
wasn't
ripping on the
perfect.
horse?
Like my kid's life is perfect.
Yeah.
Everything's
He's got
perfect.
it all, right?
He's protected. He's checked on. He's taken care of, and he's looked out for. Whereas if when we were kids, all of us, right? We're all in our 40s.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck. Like our parents did not care.
Yeah.
No cell phones. They only checked on me. It could be dead or alive for 2 weeks. Like it's not
different
2 weeks, but like
generation, too.
a whole week. My mom would probably, hey, where are you at? By the way, like I've been gone for a week. I'm in Orlando, and she'd be like, oh, okay, well get home, whatever. But nobody really gave a shit.
Yeah.
I could get arrested, beat up. I'm just serving my time, whatever it was. Like I'm just paying my punishment.
That's the guiding as a parent is like I want to give my kid everything I didn't have, like all the security and just life that I was deprived of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that also builds character.
It does.
So for me, I'm a fucking animal because I'm pissed off about my upbringing. Like I'm like, well, fuck, that was shitty. Whereas if my kid has got no fire. He's got all the talent in the world, but he's not motivated because he's got nothing. There's no fire. Like
he hasn't had to fight for it.
Nah. He's got a golden spoon. He's a Cali kid. I love my kid. He's a great kid. But I'm just saying, like, to take it to that pro level, to take it to like that very far and few level, it has to come from some fucking like I want to say just like not lucky start.
The darkness.
Not a lucky start in life.
Yeah,
like it wasn't fair, and you're like, well, fuck this. I'm gonna make my life the best. I'm gonna make my life good. So, and I think that's a lot. I think your top athletes, even to this day, something came from somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not just everything perfect and you're grabbing a bike doing fucking crazy, risking your life.
Yeah.
You're just not. It all comes from somewhere. So.
Well, I mean, his parents were savages. You could see the picture of his dad. His dad is a handsome dude like him, and his mom was always there. She was the first person in that clip that you showed that was right next to him. And she's a real strong personality. I mean, she's like a mob boss. I mean, she's like a matriarch, but she's like a powerful figure.
Mike knows, yeah.
Angel. She's one of the most special people I've ever met. I mean, and I'm an Italian, and I grew up.
Seems
in
like she
Italian.
Loves and hates with all her heart. It seems like one of those.
She's an evil little lady with a big ass heart.
Yeah, but she loves you like any mother ever. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. Yeah, she's the first one to smack you around. And
I think what happened though, Mike.
Yeah.
My parents got a divorce. My mom was trying to figure out how she's going to support us, and so she just kind of focused on that, and we were kind of just running around.
Yeah.
I
went through a very similar thing. My parents got divorced, same exact time frame.
Right.
So how old were you when your parents got divorced?
Probably 12, 11,
okay, and then
12.
within a year or two, you were in BMX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's an escape, right?
BMX was my escape.
Yeah.
There's 3 moments in life that are very special. You learn how to walk. Now you can go into different rooms. You can go into your front yard. Then you learn how to ride a bike. Now you can go around the neighborhood. and then you get a car, you can go to different neighborhoods. But the bike thing is very special, especially when you're going through divorce. It sucks. I know a lot of people go through it. But your mom was always very supportive. She used to make us paschetti.
But she didn't actually attend anything and become a fan of mine until I fucking was on TV.
Right.
Then she was like,
That's
my son?
Yeah, but if she was over... Yeah.
That's my son. Cory, you nuts? I'm on my way.
She was not a soccer mom. She was not a soccer mom.
Pushing out, holding signs and shit. Yeah. But I was like, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
Like, I'm here. But it all panned out. Like, that's life. And we're all the same. Everybody's got dysfunction or just a kind of a, something that builds them and who they become.
Yeah.
So it's not like, it's just, and so for me though, learning the process that we're all the same. It's not just me. It's not just me. It's all of us. We're all the fucking same. It's just different timings for different shit. So like you could be going through something I went through 5 years ago or vice versa. But it's life, bro. We're all connected. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Before I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with anybody else. Now that I'm older, I'm embraced it and I'm going, wow, life is so trippy. We're all the same. We want the same things. We have the same fears. And we're all fucking, we're all the same.
You're a very humble guy, but this is the final Cory Nastazio podcast. This is in honor of you, and you're built different, brother. Sorry to tell you. We are all the same, and the passion and all that stuff is in everyone, but some people take it to another level, and you, my friend, have found a different level with what you've done.
I got lucky.
There was definitely a 10.
I got lucky because he was just as bad
thing where he came in and just like.
Yeah, but he was just as bad as a rider. He was just as bad as a rider as me.
And made it.
So was Bar Spinner. So was Butler. We were all just as good as each other as far as bike riding. I was just, I got the lucky ticket because he's always been like right outside the fame.
Yeah.
So was who else is a prime example?
Well, we talked about Woodward. 4130 with the
he's got
Scope.
There's a lot of people that have the most gnarliest talent that really never got the chance like I did.
I always make the joke that if Mira wouldn't have been doing milk commercials if he didn't look like a fucking Greek god.
That was him too.
Like in a sense. So there is.
I feel like that was being used to at one point as a kid to be like a marketable person, like a Gas. Brian Gass, he'd always use me for the King of Dirt thing.
Yeah.
Like, Cory, come here, do the Channel 11 news with Jillian, and I got to be there at 7 in the morning. It's like foggy.
Yeah.
You remember it was wet. The dirt's
those early
wet.
things,
They need someone to jump. No one's going to do it.
I got lucky.
I'm like, okay.
Boys, I got lucky. Yeah. I got lucky, and I'm blessed, and I know that. Did I know it back then? And I was just in it. I never thought about anything. I just kind of lived future forward. I just never looked back, and I still don't. Like to this day, like that's like right now, I'm still following BMX. Like I see it on my Instagram. Obviously, I see what because you're the guy, right? You're in the mix. You're kind of showing everybody what the best talent is right now all the time. So thanks for that, by the way. A lot of time goes into that. But if it wasn't for like you and just my friends that I follow, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I really don't. But
I think you're the best marketing person to utilize for BMX for, I think at least 20 years. You made people want to ride.
Yeah.
If you're born a BMXer, you're literally born with the blood of being a BMXer. If you're in BMX, you fucking were born for this shit. You're not, and that's why it's such a small
niche,
of people, because you either are or you're not.
You can tell right away.
Doing it for no reason is why.
Yeah.
Right. And people get punished. I mean, they don't get paid. Their best friend, like me and Stephen Murray, for instance. I mean, this isn't a good example, but like, he was getting paid. I was getting paid, but he wasn't getting paid. Sorry. And then I was getting paid. And then he wanted what I had, and he worked towards it to get there. Other people tried to do what Stephen did, like looking up to me to get those checks, and they tried just and never got them.
Yeah.
And still hung into BMX because it's in their blood.
Yeah.
So I respect them. I love them, and we're no different. I just got the lucky ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I did some cool stuff for the first time. I was passionate. I was on commercials and TV, and it all happened, and I'm very grateful. But at the end of the day, I got lucky because there's so much talent that was better than me. Even like Rob Darden.
Yeah.
He was doing double trucks. He was doing double whips. He was doing all the stuff in like early 2000s, and never really got a fat ride.
Yeah. No.
Wasn't driving like Mercedes, but he was better than me on a bike.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna be honest, like there's a lot of people like that. and I don't know why.
I think he made people think that you don't just have to ride BMX to be good. And so when they looked at you, I think they're like, oh, I can still like have fun and do all these cool, crazy things and still ride and possibly be this good.
I like that.
Probably not because, you know, it's going to be, but at least he's showcasing that lifestyle. So where everybody's like really looking up to that, like, wow, because I don't, you know.
If you look at it like that, then I guess, yeah, I guess.
I think it was a perfect storm for BMX as a whole. We had all the money coming in from X Games because the moto guys were getting in there, and you not only were great on a bike, but you were a handsome dude. I remember. I mean, I know we weren't supposed to bring up chicks, but there was always chicks around.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll say about that. But you also had the personality, and you also were kind.
Well, let me cross out all these questions about girls.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you were also kind. Like I was telling you earlier, like
Got a lot to lose these days.
Every time I talk to somebody about you, the first words out of their mouth is, "Yo, you know, Cory's my best friend."
Yeah,
so I've met about 150 of your best friends, and that's a testament to you. And that was the perfect story. I think you elevated BMX because when you were peaking and BMX was peaking, it was like synergistic. And I think it was just beautiful to watch. And that was when I stopped watching. I actually didn't see any of that after that. But I heard the stories, you know, and we would talk about you and stuff. And we were all blown away and all so proud of what you were able to accomplish from afar.
Like,
you know, we were
listen,
like, that's our boy. He made it. One of us made it.
I didn't win X Games.
No. You didn't have to.
I should have. I got robbed. We talked about that before.
About
But
that.
like that was the closest I ever came, and that was like 2001. I never really won anything humongous. I never did.
Yeah.
I was always kind of like in the final with the personality and the girls and the shirt off and the party.
You
But
won the
never.
King of Dirt.
If partying wasn't
Yeah, but not like gravity.
in my way and I was just an athlete, I would have been such a better athlete. But the distraction of everything that came with it really took me off of my game. And I always kind of stayed right there. I never really
for that. You were like the.
I'm not complaining. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, real true shit. Like, you know, I really never, like, won. Like, even Corey Bowen, I think, won X Games 3 times in a row and got Nora Cup 4 times. He's a way bigger accomplishment award, you know, acceptor than I ever was, you know. But I made a lot more money than him. So, in that sense, I'm just saying, I got lucky.
Yeah.
And,
no, I get what you're saying.
You know?
Can I rewind again?
Yeah.
This is gonna be the theme where you guys
Yeah,
go and then I'm like and then come back.
It's important.
So started riding at literally at 12. You move out of like you don't graduate high school, right? You said
No.
at a point like you pieced out of high school.
10th grade. Said my parents didn't like say, hey, you need this education. You need to finish school. Life's going to hit you in the face hard. You need to have these tool sets. And they didn't care.
Yeah.
So they let me go ride. The blessing in disguise, right? Because I became who I became on BMX.
Mm-hmm.
And if like they made me be the right shit, maybe I'd be like my son. Not
Fair enough.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But that was just my path. But
Our week used to be like this. This was you probably for 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 or 5 years before you ended up moving to California.
Oh, yeah.
We used to have like the same week every week. We would Tuesday night was Okeechobee, and again we didn't have a lot of dirt jumps. We'll talk about some of the local dirt jumps back in Florida and what they were. But we would go to Tuesday night BMX practice at Okeechobee. Wednesday night we would go street riding with all the boys. We had a crew of like 20 people. We go downtown West Palm street riding. And this is, you know, none of us had pegs. You know, we were doing wall rides and manuals and stuff like that. And then Thursday was like a break day. Friday, I would go and get dropped off at his house, or you'd see it in there, the trailer park. That was when you moved to the trailer park, a block away from the racetrack. We'd get dropped off. Angel would make us Paschetti. And then we would go and ride Okeechobee Friday night. And then we had a friend, DJ Warman, R.I.P. to DJ. Shout him out. And Chaz Seeger, these are our guys from Florida. And we would go to DJ's house. He had this big house, and they converted like a 4-bedroom garage into his bedroom. And it was literally like a BMX, like our version of the POW house. Mm-hmm. And we would have 20, 30 people over there, chicks, everything. We'd be, you know, underage drinking and hanging out and watching props and watching Dirty Deeds or whatever the video was that came out that month. And we would watch them 100 fucking times. We didn't have the internet.
Dirty Deeds. Oh my God.
We didn't have the internet. You know, we didn't have YouTube. So we would watch the same video 100 times. I could tell you exactly the lines that Robbo would take to the 7-Eleven trails, you know, and stuff like that. And we would hang out and we'd party all night.
Impressionable.
Yeah, and then we had dirt jumps in the backyard too. So sometimes we would, like, you know, can we talk about like some of the stuff we did? Anyway, we would be ending up riding dirt jumps in the middle of the night with the trucks pulled up with the lights, or when the sun's coming up. And then Saturday night was Coral Springs, which brings me into the Coral Springs part of your next evolution.
Brian Fell.
Yeah. And Ian Chinloy.
I just started doing monster truck shows. I had learned the backflip. Once I got the backflip, everybody wanted me to do a show, and I kind of started traveling. I was making peanuts. But for me, I was like, I can't believe someone's paying me to do this.
But you're you drop out of high school and you're making
out of
money
high
riding
school.
bikes.
I'm making like $220 for a monster truck show on a Saturday night. All these fans are screaming. I felt like I was a fucking man.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, and I never wanted to let that go, so I just kept chasing it, and yeah, I mean,
his acceleration of how quick and how good he got was pretty crazy, because he was always like the highest, the fastest, the most stylish. But once he started, like he said, fuck racing, I'm going this route. And he went all in on it, which he does with everything. It was amazing to watch and we were all just sitting back like, that's our boy, dude. Like, one of us is like making it, you know? And like, so this is a good little, you jumped right ahead, which is great, to Brian Fell. So Brian Fell is
Why do I know that name?
Because he was a big BMX race manager. He managed GT and Robinson and on all those teams for a while. But before that, he managed other companies like Mega Bikes with Marie McGilvery and Bully. So Brian Fell not only didn't discover Cory, but he's the one that put him on, right? Brian was the one that started getting you these shows and stuff like that.
On Bully Bikes?
Yeah. So, right, is that Brian the one that started getting you the shows? Mm-hmm. So Brian really took Cory to the next level. He took this kid that we all knew was special, and he said, we're going to run with this.
He did. 100%. I owe him everything. And I want to apologize to you here, Brian, if you ever see this in a podcast. I guess I won the Hall of Fame for Florida.
Oh yeah,
and I was supposed to go there and get the award and see all my boys that pretty much made me who I am and gave me the head start on the fast track, I want to call it. Just kind of was like, got this guy, put him there, and my career took off because of Brian Fell. But I guess it was last year. I was supposed to go get an award.
Duncan went,
and I didn't go. But
that's okay.
I got busy, so I apologize, Brian. I love you more than life.
I can see you in the future going back and handing out an award on behalf of Florida BMX, and New York just did that too. New York has a new state.
I've lived in Cali now longer than Florida.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
How old were you when you moved to California?
18, 17?
About
98.
17.
No, you might have been 19.
97.
No, because it was like 98, 99, wasn't it?
Brian Fell also is the one that discovered Mikey Aiken. So Mikey Aiken getting on Bully and Cory being on Bully, that all was like the same kind. So could you imagine, like, those are the two guys that you put on? Like two of the dopest dudes in the game.
Aiken rode for Bully?
Yeah, and Brian Fell was the one that kind of got him on that too. So that's kind of a cool little correlation.
So
I think Cory was a little before.
This cover is 97-ish, right?
Yeah.
Is it 97, 98?
There it is. That's the photo.
Is it?
It says June, July 97.
Holy shit. God, that was...
So it's shot in, you know...
Look at the clay.
That year is when my fucking life changed.
Okay.
Is that
so
Orlando?
this is... And so I texted Mulligan about this because it
language.
just said that... Because this was his photo. And he said that that ride cover was random. I was in Florida for a week, and that was a barbecue session at some trails. I FedExed a bunch of film back to the office in Burbank, and when I got back from that trip, they had it laid out as a cover.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That
was...
I've heard you talk shit on this cover, too. Because
no, that's
obviously you're
Orlando.
Like, okay.
Orlando
Easter
contest.
Okay.
You know, they used to have the nationals and then there's jumping contest kind of one of the days, but that was Orlando. And that was like, I knew it was going to happen, and we drove up from West Palm, and I just started having a couple moves, and I was able to do them, even though it looks like shit.
I don't think you...
And I got a cover. And as soon as that cover happened, Keith, I love you. He changed my fucking life. Yeah. And then Losi too. Mm-hmm. Losi and Keith really changed my life because they kept putting me on covers.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, all of that motivated me to keep going, obviously, and just become bigger and better. How far can I take this thing? I mean, we're talking about 35 fucking years later.
Yeah.
You know, I just quit riding 3 years ago. Like, literally. I haven't touched my bike. I mean, I went with him. Like 4 months ago. I hit a little skate park in Fallbrook. It was pretty fun. I could ride great right now if I just don't have fucking time.
Yeah.
So, and I can't get hurt. But yeah, I mean, that photo right there fucking set my whole 35-year career because of...
So are you... You're living in the trailer...
Keith.
You're living in the trailer park still in Florida at this point?
No, you moved.
Right here, yes.
No.
Right here.
No, you're in Cherry Lane now.
Okay. Yeah.
And
nice.
Yeah. No, I got your back, bro. And the other thing is, I don't mean to throw you under the
He
bus.
fucking knows.
I don't mean to throw you under the bus, but I don't think you fucking cleared that jump or landed that. I think that was just a photo.
There's a sequence right there.
Did you land it?
Yeah,
Okay, so this must have been the next year because
it's literally landing right there.
Because the year before that, so every year, two of the biggest races in the Nationals, NBL, was the Easter week. It was spring break, and everybody would come down to Okeechobee BMX, our home track, and they'd race there, and then 2 hours drive to Orlando, and that was when the DK Dirt Circuit jump contest started coming in. It was just one big double, which is Cory's game, and he'd have to pedal at it. And the year before that, him and my friend Chaz entered it with another couple of our buddies, because anybody could enter, and they couldn't even clear the jump. I remember Chaz tried a Superman every time and landed 4 feet short. And he still tried to. I was like, Chaz, just try and clear the jump.
The jumps were fucking horrible.
They were like 30 feet long.
But back then, they were everything. They were the best things in the world. Yeah. If you look at that landing, by the end of that contest, I mean, it's literally like a pyramid with like a you know.
Oh my God, just chopped up. People trying 360s, just digging it out.
Yeah.
We didn't care. We just, all that mattered was the lip, a couple foot on the lip, and a couple foot on the landing.
Nothing
the rest
packed
of the jump
on the sides,
mattered.
nothing.
I look at these jumps these days, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like art.
Perfect.
But anyway, so that was around the time he moved out of the trailer park. His mom got a house more into downtown West Palm, which is where our partying picked up. We were more in the ghetto, kind of like, and he had some jumps right across the street near the Wendy's. What was that, Westgate? Mm-hmm. Westgate was where, like, one of the first dirt spots. We had a couple first dirt spots. There was the police jumps in Jupiter, which were actual jumps, and then there was Westgate, which he pretty much built by himself. I think it was just 1 or 2 jumps. There wasn't. We weren't at trails yet.
We knew
we wanted
jumps phase. Yeah.
We knew we wanted to get there, but we weren't quite there yet.
Right.
And then right at that same time, probably by the time this photo was taken, we had a legit set of jumps in 441 and in Lantana. Remember the Lantana jumps?
Lantana.
Yes.
Yeah. So that,
Carpet.
Right. Carpet,
yeah.
dirt, all
Lots
that
of carpet,
stuff.
I'm sure.
But anyway,
So anytime we saw orange clay, we
Right.
were like, fuck yes.
yes, dude. Yeah, actual landings. Because in Florida, we didn't need foam pits. We had sugar sand.
Well, then I
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
Sheep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, this is a lot like Florida, but a little better.
Yeah.
So,
Choppy.
what were the reasons that you moved to California, and how did you like afford to do it?
Oh, this girl liked Sean Butler,
Okay.
and I think right around this year there was an X Games in San San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
I was there.
You were probably baby. I mean, you were probably
Where's the
fucking
photo?
maybe 10.
I was I
Right?
was like 15 or
15.
16 or something.
Yeah.
God damn, where's the photo?
So that was kind of this year right here.
I lost it.
This year right here was that year.
So you moved
Of
after
X Games.
your first X Games, though. You had already went to X Games and then came back and then moved, or what?
So this cover kind of put me on.
Mm-hmm.
X Games was my first year this year. Went there, and then this girl Tracy liked Sean Butler, and I was good friends with Sean from this contest scene, whatever. And I love Sean. He was the coolest dude
he was a bad
ever.
motherfucker.
Like
He still is.
Like
Yeah.
He's awesome.
he was like the black dude with the blonde hair with the sickest style ever from
Shout
Cali
out, Sean
with like
Butler. I was a
baggy
huge Butler
dickies,
fan.
and he was just like all the rage. And I was just like, that dude is the shit.
Yeah.
So this girl liked him, and she knew I was friends, and she said, "Hey, you want to move to California with me? You can stay rent free for 6 months. I'll go to college out there." And I was like, "Oh, okay. You trying to get HB?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." I knew she's kind of like one of those psycho girls that like had a crazy crush on the pro,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
was. So she took me out there. And all my stuff, and I was like, I'll live with you for free, and that's when I went to Sheep every day. That's when I met him. That's when I met the crew, and then Sean never worked it out with her. So she said, "I'm leaving, Cory. This isn't gonna work." And she's like, "Are you coming?" And I'm like, "No, I'm staying." So I just stayed on someone's floor for a while, but I just started getting paid like $250 a month, and that was enough for me to stretch out the month.
Yeah.
Who was paying you?
I think Bully. I think
Bully.
Bully gave me like $250, and then I think maybe Vans might have came in right around then. I don't know. Everything just started happening. ProTech, Vans. I mean, once the sponsors for that type of stuff saw that there was actual new sport forming,
Yeah.
Because
it all kind of just happened quick.
Yeah.
The last
So
story-
I never came back. After that trip, she said bye. I never came back to fucking Florida. I never looked back. I'm sorry, I left you there, Mikey. But I was out
Here
here
it goes.
fucking just grinding.
I didn't see my friend for 15 years.
So he disappeared for 15 years. Came back into the scene kind of when I was tapering off, and he's so BMX now. And I'm like, dude, where have you been, man?
Yeah,
I've been through so much shit in the last 15 years. He's like, I didn't even know that. Why does everybody like you so much? Why do they respect you? What the fuck's going on? I'm like,
I saw you from
I don't know, man.
We knew
It's
you
true.
you were the guy that made it, and you know, this
Everybody
is
knows
before-
your name, man.
Well, this is before cell phones and
The
Instagram.
ability to keep up with.
Yeah,
people.
I don't blame. I did blame him for a little bit. I was a little butthurt because I lost my brother.
Yeah.
And I couldn't move to Cali. I got involved with other stuff or whatever. Life happens. But you know, the story of how we reconnected. There's two quick more stories out of me, and then we can move on to post '99 stuff. But anyway, when I first saw him again was at Interbike, the last ever Interbike in Las Vegas. I hadn't seen him in 15 years, and I was kind of still like, this fucking rock star took off on me, dude. You know, whatever. And I still love him. You know, how can you not love him? But I was like, kind of like, I was gonna give him some shit, you know. And I saw him. So I went to the Interbike, and he sees me from across Interbike, and I'm like, this motherfucker. And he comes running over me, jumps on me, tackles me, gets me in a headlock, turns around to all the BMX homies who I didn't even know, and he goes, "This is my best buddy from Florida." And I was like, this motherfucker won me over.
Instantly.
Right again, I was like, oh, dude, now I can't even talk shit on him. I love him again, bro. He gave me his phone number, and now we've been buddies ever since. He rides with me a couple times a year. I'm very thankful for that. But the other thing is, real quick, is your first X Games was before you moved, right? So you went to X Games and came home for a second. I remember me and my wife had the same birthday, and we had a big birthday bash at my dad's house. It was like a 3-day bender, and it was also to celebrate Cory it was going to X Games. And so we partied for 3 days, and Cory passed out on my bed, and we put shaving cream on him and all this stuff to fuck with him. He woke up, went straight to the airport, went straight to X Games, hit me up when he got there, and he's like, dude, I still got shaving cream on my ear. And that was it. That was like the last. I saw him one time with Ruel Erickson. You came back. Ruel pissed off my balcony, and I wanted to beat him, but I didn't, out of respect for you.
Right.
And then I didn't see you for 15 years. But that's the
Ralph
Florida.
fell off
He's
that.
a savage.
God, he was such a big
good.
big character in the scene in that era, and
Yep.
he literally, when he was done writing, he literally was ghost.
Yeah.
Nothing. And I'm kind of there now.
Nah.
I kind of am. But I couldn't believe he did that. I was so mad at him for just exiting
Just
and shutting it down on all levels. I was just like, what the fuck? You're Ruel Erickson. And then I think Lavin got hurt. So Lavin had to, but some people that were like big fucking characters in the game, I don't know if their checks ended, but they just went ghost.
It happens.
And
It happened to me for 15 years. I got out of it, and then I realized.
I could never understand that. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old, dude. I'll be 48 this year.
Nice.
It's time to fucking stop riding
believe
bikes.
that.
As far as like when I look at bike riding, I don't think of like pumping in a bowl and doing manuals and stuff. I want to fucking go high, go far, be
You wanna be
steezy,
nasty.
and I want to rip around. And
He wants
and
to do
that
double
takes a-
backflips at 6 in the morning.
it takes a lot of.
Yeah, most of the people that are in their 50s, they're not jumping the way
He
that we
could do
ride.
it, but
I want to ride.
know.
I want to ride one way and one way only.
Exactly.
Everything else doesn't do it for me.
Yep.
I'm just done.
I mean, that's what Miron said too. That's what Mira said as well. Like,
Yeah.
if it's not at this level of progression and scaring the fuck out of myself, then I don't want to be there.
I feel like
it
when they
makes
had-
sense.
Knowing the people that never felt that other feeling,
Yeah.
continue to ride
Unless
as
I
older
lived-
people because they're trying to feel that feeling that they never
Unless
Or
I
just-
lived in Texas with the Austin crew,
Yeah.
I would be ripping with those guys every day for a lifestyle forever. They don't have that crew here.
Yeah.
They don't have those jumps here. That vibe isn't here, so I'm out.
Yeah, yeah.
Cali just doesn't have it.
Reading has the biggest jumps in the world. I think.
Well, that's a 10-hour California.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'd be in the woods all day with those guys.
Yeah, GJ and them.
Oh yeah. GJ's still around.
Yeah, I know. I was just there last week.
Garrett Reynolds signature Monticule jeans. Straight leg, little bit of stretch, high quality cut and sew. Straight leg's not your thing. You want the big old wide boys. They got the Max Miller ones. Jeremy Malotte's got his signature pants. Dan Kruk's got his signature pants. Head over to monticule.co. Enter the code UNCLICKED for 10% off. Whichever pants you want. They got hats. They got shirts. Full lineup of gear. But it's not just a code thing. Kicking off Monticule Clip of the Month. Head over to Instagram. Post your best stuff. Hit it with the old hashtag Monticule COTM, clip of the month. Then you go to the URL, you submit it to Monticule. It's just the URL. It's not like you got to upload a video or anything. Name, email. Should only take you like 30 seconds. And at the end of the month, we're going to watch 3 clips, choose a winner. That person gets a $100 voucher from Monticule. You're going to get a package from me. I got some Monticule gear. I'll kick in some our BMX stuff, whatever random bits and bobs we have, and everybody's happy. Shout out to Monticule for sponsoring the podcast, for all they do, supporting all those bike riders, making cool stuff. This is how we keep BMX doing well, support brands that support BMX. That's it. Thank you. Back to the podcast.
So let me ask you this question, Ryan. I feel like when the Vans Pro Cup was at its peak, I was trying to get him to ride. And he goes, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not going to ride in the Vans Pro Cup. I said, Cory, you don't understand. You could go out there and just rip around all smooth and blast a hip and blast a nice table, and people will lose their fucking minds. I said, you'll probably make the finals. Because the Vans Pro Cup, you had guys out there, I mean, obviously Chris Fox. I mean, I'm not discounting them, but they weren't going out there and doing triple tail whips and making the finals. They were cruising the park and riding it like dirt jumps, and just people fucking loved it. For me, the Vans Pro Cup is peak BMX.
I mean,
I feel like he could have done that, or still, could to an extent.
It's just it's up to him.
Right.
If he with him, it's 100 or nothing. So
right.
if he wasn't going
You're
to drop in and do something that
he wants to double backflip to hatch up, he trails at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, like it wouldn't have worked because he wouldn't have been into it. You know?
Mental.
So,
it's all mental.
Yeah.
But my point to him is that I'm 45 years old, and I've found a happy place in BMX. I was never that great, so I respect a lot of these riders, like these poor guys that that we have mentioned that have seen nothing beyond BMX and decided to go a different way. I was never there, so for me, I'm just getting better now. So I'm having more fun with BMX than ever. But I feel like there's a point, if you want to ride till you're an old man,
that thing.
You have to find like a happy place.
Yeah.
A place where you can just cruise around, get the adrenaline, get the sunlight, get the dopamine spike, and just chill and on your bike. And I feel like certain riders can do that. Brian Foster just posted a clip on his story this week.
He's still crushing it. Yeah, he's still crushing it.
All he did was a tire slide and blast it. I mean, blast a hip, doing a big 1 foot table or something like that. But it was like timeless. It was priceless. That clip alone got me so stoked to go grab my bike. I don't need to see double backflips out of these guys, these older riders. I just like to see them with a smile on their face and their bike in their hand. And that's enough for me to keep me stoked. And that's my little 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are feeling like, I've talked to Joey Garcia, and he's a person that's always been dealing with injuries with knees and stuff like that. And of course, he would like to do certain things, and he could probably still do certain things. But again, like having that feeling of wanting to do it that day, like, does my body feel good enough to perform today? I think that's where it's really happening with like these older riders. They're like, okay, today, all right, I feel good. Like I'm gonna get it today, instead of going, all right, I should just ride today because I have nothing to do today, and I should ride because that's what I do.
I get it.
I think it's when you walk away from the session and you go, well, that wasn't fun. And then you go back again and you do it again and you go, well, that wasn't fun. And you get that enough, and then you go, well, it's not fun anymore. And I think that's the difference. That fun, that definition of fun changes person to person.
If you can
and
find
I
that happy place,
think that's when it ends for a lot of people, because it's not fun for that. They try and they try and they try and they go, well, the conclusion is that this isn't fun.
But it's not
But
fun
you have
for them.
dudes like Jason Enns,
Right.
And you guys, you have Castillo still out there riding stuff, and it disappears and sometimes with some people it disappears for 3 years or 4 years. You don't see anything, and they kind of start to dabble, and then they find their new little groove.
One little ramp in the backyard.
You could be there right now, where you're like 3 or 4 years off, and then you go
right back
and cruise later today, and you're, hey, jumping my bike 5 feet today
100%.
was actually kind of fun.
100%.
Right.
And that's like,
100%.
and that's all it takes to like find that love for it.
Right.
And so, but it
No,
makes
it's
sense.
not.
It makes sense.
I am not bored of riding. I could fucking ride the rest of my life. BMX is everything.
Yeah.
God, the feeling of going up and down and kicking, roosting is just everything. I miss it. I mean, I'm just so fucking busy. And I'm a girl. I have shit to do. Like I have 2 kids. I live on the fucking water. I have a shitload of bills and responsibilities. I live for other people now. So unfortunately, I grew out of it.
It was Nasty's world
I
for
grew
a
out.
long
Right.
time.
That
was a good reference right there.
So fun. That was so much fun.
I grew out of it. I'll tell you right.
Oh
I had
God.
the fucking best BMX run lifestyle ever.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking guy. I promise you that. Nobody's had fucking the ride I had.
Absolutely.
Nobody. Nobody. And I know that. And I'm just so thankful that I made it out on the other end. And I'm who I am today because, I mean, like if I died tomorrow, just know I'm good.
Yeah.
I did it all.
It's
Wasn't
amazing.
that fun?
It wasn't that fun.
I did it all. I did it all.
Amazing story.
It's been
'cause
the
Party,
best show to
party,
watch,
hey,
that's for
party
sure.
at my funeral. Party at my funeral. Don't be sad.
Yeah.
the celebration of life.
All right, let's watch. I found this video and I found it to be very,
Oh man.
pretty good. Nachos.
This is what I remember.
Palmdale
This is
right
what I
there?
grew up with right here.
Oh my.
This is the shit.
God.
Yes, dude.
So this is early California days, obviously.
So that's this. The
Four-piece
frame
bars.
I got you, Ryan. Is this era?
Is that? Oh, all right, I was like, is that the frame?
That's it.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, God.
Best X-ups.
Palmdale looks like.
Midget, you were around these days. This is your era, midget.
That might have been the frame.
That may have
This
been
is
the bike,
this is
yeah.
me trying to be midget Cory from Florida to Cali.
Yeah,
No
right.
shirt, the hair, tan from. That was you. That was you.
That's it, dude.
That's tight.
Fucking savage. It was crazy too because when he first started doing the Cali thing and going to
No
PA
helmet.
and stuff,
Yeah, crazy.
there was jumps that you were having trouble clearing. I remember, and then it just fucking gone, bro. Just
Yeah, buddy.
I
nobody.
mean, that was actually for back
close.
in the day. Like
As a start,
you know, the
of all
smoother
of it.
the jumps are, the better you're gonna flow. Right?
I mean, look
It's
at how you got
hard-
the legs together right there. That was a dance. It's a dance.
It's hard
you know
to
what I mean?
flow on fucking bumpy jumps.
you went from the most irresponsible person I've ever met to the most responsible person I've ever met.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what, and that's what I say. All you kids that think in your 20s that think that you're maybe you have a drug problem, or you're drinking too much, or you're feeling like you're a piece of shit. Guess what? That's what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. Whatever you're doing in your 20s, you're supposed to be doing. You're not a drug addict. There's nothing wrong with you. Fucking man up, have fun, get it in, and then even in your 30s, you're gonna want to feel like you're just kind of some kind of expectation where you should be at in life. No, dude, 30s is fucking young too, especially if you're a BMXer with that mentality. 40s is when you kind of want to, just make sure you get everything done, those habits and those insecurities and that's what you're supposed to be doing those times. Every decade is a new fucking start. And I couldn't have spoke on that, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Life is teaching me as we go. And I just, on this end of it, from the beginning of BMX to like the end now, the 35-year span in it, I'm probably the longest bike rider. Who's rode longer than me?
Gary Young.
No,
You're older
no,
than him. Yeah,
wait.
you're older than him. Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
no.
Gary
Ends?
is still riding
Ends?
at a phenomenally high level.
Ends.
But his career wasn't as long as yours.
I don't
Yeah.
remember ends when I was like even back here. I don't think he was around yet.
Yeah.
I think ends was like 20. Actually, maybe I don't know.
You could be right. You
So-
honestly could be right.
And then like Dave Mira would have been my guy to look up to as
Yeah.
far as like, okay, well, how long can he do it? How healthy can he be doing so? How far can he push the sport? And what is he going to do when it's over?
Yeah.
I was really like looking up to him to see where my future was going to,
Moeller
kind of
is still very
follow the
impressive
leader.
to me because
Yeah, Moeller's
he's not,
impressive.
he wasn't like Nastazio, but I mean, he was doing it before us, and he's still riding.
When Mira killed himself,
Can we shout? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
when Mira killed himself,
That was intense.
right?
That was intense.
I was like, what the fuck? My hero, my leader, my role model. That's how you ended it.
Yeah.
And I started to feel that not by any means, never suicidal, but I started to feel like the end coming and the fear of that. And I had to work some really embarrassing jobs to kind of make ends meet for a while. Nobody really even knew. But I was doing all kinds of just work like a man to make ends meet. I wasn't Cory Nastazio anymore, and I got my ass beat. But it also taught me a lot. It also taught me so much, that I didn't know, because BMX, I was so cool, but now I'm not cool anymore. Now you're just a fucking normal guy. Figure it out. Barely made it. Nobody even knows, but I had to do what I had to do. And it's all life lessons. But I felt in that time when I was doing some embarrassing jobs, let's just say, okay, this is not fucking for me. I was way too cool to be this fucking insecure, depressed, and no hope after BMX.
Yeah.
And now, that's why I came on here today, because I just want to tell the kids in my family of BMXers that life is good after BMX. Have a kid. It's okay. Don't be scared. Be a good dad. Be there. Work fucking hard. Mean it. You know, make the right choices. Make the wrong ones in your 20s because that's what you're supposed to do, make the wrong ones. But in your 40s, late 30s, start making the fucking right ones. And if I can do it, who had drug habits, I mean, not because I was a drug addict, but my life was so fucking cool. Parties just, you know, surrounded by his lifestyle. So, and I would have been a way better athlete, like I said, if I wasn't partying my accomplishments. But here nor there, I just want to tell like everybody, life after BMX is going to be great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's valuable. It's a valuable statement.
Man up and don't shoot yourself in the head and try to be some big pussy.
You apply yourself to how you did when you learned how to ride, and you can take that passion 100% and that dedication to something else. If you can find that and put the same formula towards that, you will be successful.
Exactly right. 100%. We BMXers are the most fucking gnarliest work. Just psychopaths, and if we can channel that into something else that kind of intrigues our interest, then that's it. You're going to be the best at that too. That's right.
But people don't want to put themselves out there, you know. And BMX, like dropping in a big quarter or dropping in a big roll, and that's like a special moment that you have to get yourself to drop in, and that's life when you're trying to get a new job. Like this is to your
good point.
This is to your point. So you're trying to get a new job, you're trying to do something, you're scared, you're
not comfortable, you're insecure, you just feel right.
Fucking take a deep breath, visualize,
hold your breath, make it happen, and you'll pull through, and you'll be better than ever.
BMX is the best for that. There's nothing better,
and that's why I love BMX, and that's why I'm here today. Just to say, love you BMX for everything you've taught me and built me to be today.
Yeah. Cheers to that. Hey, shout out! Can we shout Dale's out?
Taking risks,
because I need something to drink and I don't see any water.
You can drink
players.
Yeah, cold ones, right?
Okay, so when was the first time you're like, I'm a professional bike rider? Like, was that when the Huffy deal came in, or was that
Bully?
Or is it? I mean, like, but like, I fucking made
that
it.
cover.
Yeah.
Okay, that cover.
That cover is what set me like there's something here.
Yeah.
People are noticing me. This is happening.
Yeah.
And I could have never predicted it. I could have never planned it. It all fell in my lap. Like I said, the timing and just my physical ability with the sport that was new and the world, you know, catering to it, or not catering to it, but to being, you know, impressed by it and wanting it to become this thing, and X Games and all these bigger things. And now it's like mainstream almost, like X Games, Olympics. It's really on a whole nother animal. But guess what? I was making more money at a King of Dirt series, a GT, what was it, Panasonic Shockwave. I mean, you know, not really, but you know what I mean. Like, I was making probably $700,000 a year in my highlight of my career. So, and that was everybody throwing money at me because of, you know, the TV network.
Did you? I always, because we did the last podcast, and I think I asked you that question. I can't remember.
Maybe $1 million.
But yeah, but like I think you answered lower, and I was like, and I thought about it afterwards, and I was like, did Cory actually know how much he was making? Because I feel like at that point you were probably passing it through your agent and stuff like that, and you had people for kind of all that shit. No
agent. They were just coming up to me at a contest. We want to sponsor you. How much are you going to pay me? $5,000. How much are you going to pay me? 14 G's. How much are you going to pay me? 7 G's. So it all started adding up. And then I was getting all these little weird companies coming in, throwing $1,000 a month for a calling card with my face on it, and then something else, and then a video game, and then, you know, and this, and so all these things, so it added up. So at the peak of my career, probably $700,000, less than $1 million.
Yeah,
I want to say $1.2 million at one time.
But you probably did that for 5-10
Activision,
years.
I had all this extra money just coming in at once. But now you're in the Olympics.
You're 22 or something like that. You're a psychopath.
That's what I was saying.
And you have all that money.
Yes.
Like,
contingencies.
In '98, Bully giving him $250 though, being from South Florida, being a hood rat. That's pro. I'm getting paid $250 a month. Is like, you know, that's enough to say.
To answer your question, yes, 1997 is probably when the heat got turned up. Yeah.
And then Huffy came in like '99 or something, and that was like a bump in pay, I assume, right?
That was a cool team.
Yeah.
That set me apart from everybody.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow.
That was like the best team I think I seen in BMX.
I think I was like $14,000 salary.
Yeah.
At 22 years old.
Per month.
I bought my first house. My son's 20. So, I mean, almost 22, I bought my first house. It was only $240,000. That house now is
probably a fucking mansion.
Almost $2 million.
Yeah. At
least.
Should have kept that thing. I didn't give a fuck. And I don't. Like, hey, you should have done this, you should have done. No, I had the best fucking life ever. I spent all my money. It was worth every memory I'll ever have. And now I got a new career, and I'll save my money now. I'm not, so everything fucking worked out.
For a reason. What, I think maybe Biz told me about, he's like, ask him about the time you jumped in a pool and lost a $10,000 diamond earring and then didn't even care.
Yeah, I do remember that. God, Biz, he's got a great memory too.
Is he the one that remembers everything? Isn't there one of the dudes?
Yeah, he's one of those.
I know Todd writes everything down, Lions.
He's like a encyclopedia for BMX for sure.
Biz, didn't he say he remembered the day he was born or some shit? Jeez. He literally said he remembered being born. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Getting that conversation with him.
So yeah, man, nothing but fucking. Nothing but the best career.
What's like the most like irresponsible purchase or setting something on fire? Like, wow, I really shouldn't have done that. Like type thing. Was there something that?
I've never been arrested in my life.
Really?
I know something that he
almost.
Hold on. I've never been arrested. I was there. I've never had a fucking DUI.
Yeah.
Never been.
I
in
almost
jail.
got arrested for your ass.
Never been in jail.
Yep.
In my life. So with all the crazy shit that I actually did.
Yep.
There was no phones up. People weren't.
No. I'm not saying nothing bad.
Diamond earring. Oh, sorry. I said, could you imagine Corey Walsh cleaning
like
up?
I said, again, God is good. I'm not really that religious. I don't know if you guys ever heard me talk about God, but like he saved my life so many times. He gave me this crazy path that I know it's him because my parents weren't doing it. It was somebody that had a plan for me, and I always want to say, God, I don't go to church, but I know this shit is just too good.
Show him the sticker.
That's what I was thinking.
Thank God for BMX.
Thank God for BMX.
That's what's up.
Honestly,
it's not even a religious sticker. It's just
BMX has saved.
God for
BMX has saved so many people's lives from where it would have went. I mean, it's seriously the coolest thing in the fucking world.
Yeah, no,
it really is.
Yeah.
So I read Steven's book because after the podcast the first podcast I hadn't read the book. Read Steven's book, and I kept wondering, I was like, were they good for each other or were they bad for each other? Like you guys seem like you guys pushed each other and you found such a kindred spirit in that, but also at the same time, like I feel like a lot of people tried to keep up with you in a lot of sense and they couldn't hang, because Steven obviously talked about issues with addiction and stuff like that he wasn't able to necessarily handle. And I don't think you were like, all right, if we're partying on Wednesday, we're doing this. But you were also in the book, you were the one that was like, hey, you're here for the contest, be here for the contest.
He was too. We were young. Yeah. We had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Period.
I think when he was with Nerve.
Give anybody, like, let's say just $250,000 a year at 22 years old. And watch the shit that they do. I mean, you see it on Instagram.
Y'all live together too, right?
Yeah.
So
it makes sense. But
dual
like
income.
Even though his book was like drug addiction, this, that, and the other, everybody has a fucking drug addiction in their 20s. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it's because of your accomplishments and not your insecurity, like whatever. Hopefully, it's a positive party. It got to a point to where the checks kept coming in. They were still paying us, and our partying was being sponsored still. Yeah. So and we rode that fucking wave, and that's what I'm saying, like we rode that wave and we rode it, man. We rode that wave forever, and unfortunately he kind of got hurt, and so that stopped him. But like just in general, like the way of life that we lived in BMX was what we were supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're 20, you're probably trying for the Olympics. So that's out of the picture. That whole lifestyle, that scene, that vibe, it's not around anymore. Mm-hmm. But in our era, at that time, that's what was up. And that's kind of what we did. And that's what we were supposed to be doing in there. Now, we're past that. Now I look at people in their 20s training for the Olympics, and I'm going, fuck yes. Mm-hmm. Be serious. Like, take this as far as you can, little guy. You got this.
Do you ever miss like the rawness of it though? Like, oh, that's sick. Congrats on waking up at 5 a.m. I went to bed at 5. And then still did good at the contest. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's that rawness of it.
It's a different niche.
That you kind of, you go to X Games and there would be parties the night before, and you'd see certain breeds. Pat would be there. Pat could do both and stuff like that. And it's like, and this new era of it doesn't feel like the same BMX that we grew up with.
It's just the Olympic stuff.
It's not.
It's
but
I appreciate it now,
but I appreciate appreciate it then, and I appreciate it now. It's like cell phones, right? Our era was before technology, and now we're fully in technology. So we've seen before and after. There's a certain age group, like my kids that grew up with a phone, and 1 year, all this was out already. They have no idea what it was like before. Same with BMX. With our era, if you were in that time frame, you've seen BMX, what that was then, and then now fast forward here, we're watching it, so we're identifying it from two different, totally different eras.
We're comparing two things.
Same sport, but just different ways that was working at the time. And I'm happy to be there at that time, and then to be there at this time too. Like I've seen it all.
Yeah.
So nail these questions on me. Let me get them out of the way.
Well, the Steven stuff. You guys living together, obviously the whole party aspect. There's something I felt like when I was reading the book that it was like this race of the double flip. Like you were trying the double flip at the those Panasonic events. Like that's like the beginning of Nasty's world, right? Like that's the.
I did the Believe It or Not, landed one in the backyard. So I was doing double flips outside of contests because I could always send it when I was feeling it, when it didn't count. But as soon as it counted like this, I would just kill myself. But I'd go home and pull them. So it was just a weird head fuck, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I was right there when you smacked me. Oh my!
That was my first one ever in a contest, and I really didn't have them dialed then. I just knew like, okay, well, I could do a single. It's real easy to do. Why can't I do two? And I just didn't do it right, and I fucking paid for it. But that's the beauty of it.
It was like the 900 with Tony Hawk, right? I mean, it was like a big deal.
There was a bit of a race, yeah. So I was just curious because it's like, I don't know, like Steven's talking about going to the foam pit at Real Ride until 4 in the morning, and he'd come back and he'd tell you about it, and you weren't there with him. And I think you said off camera, or maybe it was during the podcast, that like people saw what you had and they wanted it, and he was coming
hot.
Yeah,
he moved in with me, watched me, used my jumps, and then he had Paul grip bags. Shout out to Paul.
Shout out Paul.
Legend in the BMX game.
The best announcing voice in the game.
Love him. Talk to him still a lot. But he was like his Mr. Miyagi. He was like his trainer, and they had like this England bond of like, let's do this. Put the work in. We love Cory, but let's win the X Games. Let's take over.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Yeah.
They worked together and they fucking did it, and it was super impressionable. It was a what's it called, like a check. Like he had a mission, and he fucking did the work, and he actually pulled it on game day when it counted, which I never really could do.
Yeah.
I had all the tricks in the bag. I was pulling them into my backyard, but when it came to like game day, I would just blow it, slip a pedal, throw a bar spin, miss the bars, just stupid shit. I was nervous,
Yeah. Did that? It never affected your guys' friendship though, seemingly, right?
No.
Yeah.
No jealousy at all.
Yeah. That's a credit to you. I feel like
no jealousy at all, because he had his tricks and his style, and I had mine. Yeah. And I had all the fame and attention, and he was kind of the underdog still. He still won the X Games, and I was still Cory Nastazio. He couldn't take that away from me.
Yeah.
So it was no competition. And then I was proud of him because he was my best friend, and he did the fucking work, won the X Games, won Gravity Games, and he was pulling big moves under pressure, which is hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
So kudos to them.
In a sense, too, it's like you were still Cory Nastazio afterwards because you did have so much stuff. It didn't necessarily matter if you got first or fifth. You were still you. Still eyes on you. You were still like you. And it's like kind of then modern day, like, you have like Peraza or something. He goes to these feast events and he doesn't do well, but then the clip that he gets, it does amazing. He's got all the other shit happening out afterwards, and he's still him afterwards, where these dudes are so holden to that.
Another testament.
That win. They need to win in order to get shine.
Another testament to him and his generation and what he was able to accomplish is we didn't have foam pits and shit like that. Like, I mean, they were just coming around.
Yeah,
they were just coming around.
Yeah.
But like now, everybody who's doing these double backflips, they're learning them foam. They're taking it to resi, this and that. Like
triples.
Right.
Triple quads.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big.
Doubles are fucking
old school.
Don't
That's
count.
old school.
Even the guys are doing triples.
That's old school.
Quadruples.
Yeah.
Old school.
I'm old school. Double flip. You suck.
Losi brought up something that when Mira did his double flip at CFB, he said that. Wait, where's the quote? He said, double flip at CFB, Dave tried one in practice and Cory looked shook for a while. We were there thinking, was Cory of doing a double flip at that event? And no.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
that guy was my hero.
Was that on wood?
I couldn't hold a candle to him. I never looked at myself like a Dave Mirra. He was literally Dave fucking Mirra, bro.
Yeah.
And he's a special guy.
Did you do him on box jumps, double flips?
He could do everything.
No,
that was sick though. He would do foof.
I feel like you just did him on dirt.
He would do foofs on like these quarter extensions, and then he was just.
Same with Jay too. Jay Miron.
Jay Miron was
double flipper.
There was no
from back in the days.
Yeah.
There was no comparing.
Was he technically the first one that Jay Miron on the TV
ramp,
show
though.
thing?
Yeah, I would give that one. That one is definitely the first ever.
That's
double flip.
correct.
That was
See that
one
He got knocked out and still did it
I
later
can't
that
believe
weekend.
that. I was like, oh, what the heck?
Bringing a mouth guard to the bar.
Love that. That's
Oh,
cool.
you're ready to fight.
Here's the thing. When you do good in a sport and everybody's kissing your ass and you do crash, or you're in like a physical sport where you get your ass kicked, I mean, you know that you can tolerate pain, and even if you're not a good fighter, you know you can take a good fucking hit. That's kind of almost scarier than if you're the guy that can get beat up and smile at you is scarier than anything, right?
Yeah.
And so I think BMX just taught us, and along with the confidence that we can fuck up anybody.
Yeah.
That was even young Cory.
And so I would carry my mouthpiece because I had fake teeth that cost me 10 G's and be like, okay, well, if someone at the bar is drinking punks me tonight, I'm going to clip my mouthpiece in and go for it.
Yeah.
Whether I won or lost, I still knew the challenge would come, because every time we would go out, the boys, the BMX boys would drink. We're all wilding out. You're going to have the other group of locals that we don't know were in their town mad dog us, and now we're in a fucking bar fight.
Yep. It's because you're picking up all their chicks.
And it was 99% of the time going to happen. So I was just like, well, I got this new mouthpiece for BMX. I'm going to carry it in my pocket when we go out. That way, I clip this in. Number one, you're going to go, this guy just fucking clip a mouthpiece in? Oh, shit. Never mind. We're cool. It would get me out of a lot of fights, too. Someone would give me someone would like bump me in the shoulder, and I'd just be like, clip. I'd be like, what's up? And they'd be like,
the fuck?
And I'd be like, and then the fight wouldn't happen. Or, the fight would happen. But
that even happened in West Palm. You forget we used to go.
That was just because of my confidence, and I was just young. And whatever you're doing in your 20s, if you're at bars fighting and you're a hot shot, I mean, that's just the way the world is, and that's what's going to happen for generations to come. It's just the nature of the fucking beast.
Yeah.
I'm not the fucking inventor of it. I just had a good time.
So this is where Doyle's thing comes in.
In Riverside, a few years ago, it was probably like 2001. I don't know, but every night would go to this club called Club Metro. And we were there one night, and it was like me, Biz, Ronnie Chalk, Nastazio, White Snake, Stephen Murray, Jerry Bagley, and a bunch of other Cali riders from that area. And in walks a group of other dudes. It was like, it almost looked like a rival gang or something like that.
Poor Doyle.
But it was a couple people that like Stephen Murray
He had a tie on, a
and
polo
Nasty
shirt.
didn't like. So there was a lot of drinking involved, and then things got escalated, and there was going to be a big brawl outside the club. So they felt they had strength in numbers, because like half the club was BMXers and half the other was like this goon crew. So there was going to be this big brawl going on outside Club Metro. Meanwhile, I'm on the dance floor, and I'm dancing with Jamie Lilly.
He's doing the Carlton dance.
She was a racer back in the day. And we're cutting it up on the dance floor pretty good. And this is before I met my wife. Let the record show. So anyways, we're dancing and everything. I start feeling this tug at my shirt. And I turn around, and it's Cory Nastazio. And he's like, Doyle, let's go outside, man. We're fighting these guys. Let's go. And he's trying to rally people to go fight these dudes. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to fight anybody. I don't want to go. And he's just insistent, pulling at my shirt. Let's go right now. Meanwhile, Jamie Lilly's like, don't go out there. You don't want to go out there. And I'm like, okay. So I just, I say, okay, Nasty, I'm coming. And I take like 2 steps, like I'm following him out. And then I just come right back and I start, dancing some more. And then, we're dancing a little bit more. And then I feel another tug at my shirt. And it's Nasty again. Doyle, we're fucking fighting. Let's go. And I'm like, all right, dude, let's go. And so I walk behind him a little bit further, and I let him go outside. I watch him skipping out the door with the White Snake
skip.
and Stephen Murray and these other dudes. It's going down. And so I'm like, I'm not going out there. So I turn back around and start dancing with Jamie Lilly. And about 10 minutes goes by, And I'm like, I wonder what's going on outside, because people like who had just gone outside to watch the fight were now filtering back in. So I go outside, and there's Stephen Murray, Nasty, White Snake, and a couple other dudes had all been like pepper sprayed. It was really bad for Stephen Murray because he had LASIK eye surgery like 2 days before, so he's in bad shape, can't see anything. Nasty's just like knees at his chest, just bent over and like trying to get his composure. He's like, he got, I think, pepper sprayed the worst.
Oh man!
And I come out, I'm late to the fight, and I go, hey Nasty, I'm here to fight, what's going on? And he turns around and looks at me with like, his eyes were bloodshot red from the pepper spray. He's like, Doyle, showing up late to the fight. And he was like super into it. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. Now that story does appear in Stephen Murray's book also. Yeah, it was just funny. That was like a fun night with Cory Nastazio. And so he told the story the next day. And in Nasty's version of the story, when I come out of the club, I'm shirtless and I'm sweating, and I show up late to the fight. But I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope the podcast goes well. I'll send you any other.
That's cool.
He's the man, bro. I love Doyle, dude.
That's funny.
I think
though, bro.
The best part of it is that you weren't mad. You're like like laughing. Then
I wasn't
like,
expecting him. See, but he was in it with us for that weekend, and he was getting a feel of like the Riverside, like vibe, and he was in the club with that kind of shit happening, and yeah, I mean, I don't even remember pulling him and asking him to help us fight, but I do remember him there and acting like he was part of it, but. It's good to know that he dissed us and left us out there hanging.
Doyle has he has another story like that with the Kink dudes.
I wouldn't want to get him hurt anyway. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. I need to pull him into nice
You trained
Doyle.
for that for years, dude. We were always fighting back in West Palm. I almost got arrested for your ass, and I got pepper sprayed for you one time. And we used to go to downtown Clematis to fight. We would literally go down there to fight downtown West Palm Beach.
That's the thing. Whatever you're doing at the age you're doing it, if you're fighting, if you're doing this or that, dude, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So don't cry. You'll be fine. It'll buff out. Just time heals. And you'll find yourself good looking back on, wow, I had a fucking crazy life.
The pepper spray will wash out.
Pepper spray will go away. Everything will buff out.
Just keep the shirt because the shirt's not going to, the shirt's ruined.
I think he was shirtless though. I think he came out with his shirt off like
I'm ready.
Yeah. And we're like,
bro, what the fuck, dude? I grabbed
that is actually a Doyle move.
Right.
He would actually like play the part.
Right.
My
God.
Who knows?
I don't know. Was it? I mean, it seems like just this period of like, you said you never been arrested. It's like you could do no wrong. You could escape. You could escape everything and push through all this shit. Yeah. Was it like? Was there ever a time period where you're like, all right, where was like the days of like excess where you're like, all right, this is a bit too much. I need to separate this, or did that happen 10 years later?
Recently, last 5 years.
When I had my kids, for sure,
Yeah.
is when I kind of started living for somebody else, at least thinking smarter.
Yeah.
But still, I was so in my life and who I was that it took a while to become 100% the man I am today, really.
Yeah.
And the honesty and just the choices that I make, because they were the funnest times ever. It's hard. It's like sex, right? Sex is great. It's like someone saying, okay, you had a lot of sex. Now you can never have any more sex. Like, how do you like...
We're going to be all over BMX come now.
How do you just like quit doing something you love and you need? It's really hard to do.
How did you?
You almost have to have a kid. It's okay. Clip my nuts, no more sex, and then just man up, be responsible, and take care of your kid,
Did you have to like push certain people out of your life and be like, hey, you can't come over anymore? Like, what was like the actual act of that?
I separated myself. I moved to Tehachapi.
Okay.
Remember those times?
Yeah.
Practicing discipline.
I had personal problems with my wife, and we this and that, and so life happened, and I went to, and I was partying a lot, so I was like, let me go be an awesome BMXer again. I moved to Tehachapi because Woodward was out there, bought that yard, built it, and spent 10 years building, digging, and getting, just kind of trying to be Cory Nastazio on a bike again, not Cory Nastazio, the big party fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, so and that was fun for me. Everything goes
This
in.
was 2004. So I feel like this was. I don't know if you. I wonder if you've seen this even. This is on a random channel. So this is Tehachapi, right?
No, this is in Riverside.
Oh, this is Riverside.
That's a secret spot.
Oh,
This is after my yard I sold with the house and the ramp.
And the ramp, okay.
I got rid of that house. I bought a house in Corona, and I said, well, I still need my own jumps. And this dude let me borrow that side of the yard, and I made those jumps.
oh,
That spot was cool. No one knows about that spot.
What is it, Calico?
Yeah.
Calico jumps.
Yep, Expressway, yeah, right over there.
So that was cool. And then Steven built his yard, so we had that place and Steven's new house in his yard.
You got my bench. See that bench?
Is that
See
your
little Mig?
Yeah, this is just a raw video, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't remember ever seeing this stuff. What's your first thought when you see yourself back then?
A lot of bar spins.
Nah, do you miss it? Like, are you like, oh, look how fucking young I was, or whatever?
It's so
like,
good. It's just so good. I'm glad I was who I was. I'm glad I did what I did. Like I said, I'm so lucky to have the people around me, the friends I've had, the support from my sponsor, Steve Mateus, Jerry Batters. You guys literally fucking paid me to do what I love to do for years and years and years. And
Seat looks good.
and just those airs right there. I mean, it's just life, bro. It was my life, and it was the best ever, man.
Yeah.
Best fucking thing ever.
What is there a time period that you think is like you know, 2004, 2007, you know, whatever a time period that is like this was the best time of my entire life?
No,
Do you think that house? No,
no. The whole 20 years, the
Yeah.
whole 25 years was just as equal as each other.
Yeah.
As far as like what the sport and what I was doing from how it made me how I felt. Like 25 years, I was like every day was fucking great. You know, and years were flying by.
Those are some big ass jumps.
And I had the
Yeah,
same
they were-
mentality
they were
every
good.
year
They were
that was
big
flying
size.
by. I just kept chasing those runs.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
because when you ride dirt, it's just like this. Like it's just these airs. It's literally all I'm chasing is those airs. Throw a bar, throw a trick here and there, whatever. But just those airs in general is just what I'm chasing.
Yeah.
I don't want to ride a quarter pipe, go up and down, and then pedal. You know, I don't want to hit a rail. I want to go through a section every time.
Steven just did the
Just-
same thing.
yeah,
He's like,
just-
he's like, oh, it felt so good. Like,
Now, this ain't a street podcast. We're talking gaps out here today.
yeah, it's sick. It's it.
Shut
there-
up.
there- oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of work goes into it.
It's
you know?
the nostalgia of it. Like it's so simple, you know. Like just take it for granted how like fun this time period was probably, but you're just riding the jumps, just another day.
It's that feeling, man.
How
never
quick,
gets old.
How quick did the evolution of bars like that to the bars that you have now happen? Was that an overnight thing, or did that happen?
This is
over
when
time?
I was in like I need to make my sponsors happy and compete time. This is me trying.
the small bars in low, and
When I changed my got into Chicago and dropped my seat is when I really wasn't chasing checks anymore,
Oh,
and
I
I
get
was
what you're
wanting to ride like Mikey fucking Aiken because I knew I could. I just had to get my mind off of thinking about tricks and just ride the bike and feel the bike and just naturally flow. And when you're competing, you forget that even exists. Our Willie's not going to a set of trails and ripping back and kicking sideways and diving in. He's just not.
Would be cool to see.
Because he's looking at BMX like I was in this time, like I need to win contests, so that's irrelevant being flow.
Right.
But if you're in it for so long, that starts to get boring, it gets played out, you get washed out, and then you're like, okay, well, how else can I reinvent myself in my riding? And that's kind of when you start ripping back and diving in.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you start doing the ripping back diving in first, and then go to. So it just depends on what happened for you. But who's my guy? Dovey.
Dovey.
That
Yeah,
Dovey. That
he's
fucking
sick.
dude.
I love watching
He
that
is the
guy.
prime example of that feeling.
Yeah.
Everything he does, that feeling he gets is what everybody chases and nonstop. You'll never retire that
If
shit.
I could choose to ride like anybody, it would be that.
He's
like
Yeah.
I just don't. It doesn't look real. Like how could you be so comfortable airing 8 feet and just kind of like you look at just like the
Lazy.
weird hip hanger stuff, like the body
Transfers.
position and
Nor
stuff. Like not even
people's
just
feet
the
will blow off the
just
pedal.
just the air. It's
That
like,
he's
that's rubbing
awesome to
off
watch.
in the culture too,
Yeah.
because now you've got guys like Dovey who've been doing it now for a good bit of time, and
Look
now
at you
you've got guys
guys.
like Ike. You know, Ike coming into the scene is like the next one. Like that.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
exciting
Yeah.
for BMX. Is guys like that.
Yeah.
That's the cool shit. You know.
So I thought I had Tehachapi early. That I had that as Tehachapi, but that wasn't. So Steven, you move up to Tehachapi what year?
2000, maybe 12.
Oh, 12. That late?
Maybe,
I thought
maybe 2010.
Okay. Was it before? It was after Stevens crash.
2010.
After Stevens crash?
After Stevens crash.
Okay. All right. So Stevens crash obviously happens. You guys.
Everything got weird.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Everything you see here ended.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I was on, like, we were partying a little much, and he broke his neck, and I was like, this has got to change. I'm going down.
Yeah.
And I separated myself, went to Tehachapi, and just got weird out there again with the shovel and the bike, and just try to like reinvent myself and stay clear-minded and try to keep my checks coming in, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they did, and it was great. And so, but, you know.
Does the party continue in Tehachapi in some a certain sense, or is it literally like that's the cutoff? Is your kid up there with you at that point?
No, he wasn't with me.
Okay.
We kind of split up for a quick minute, but yeah, it was all switching. My life was dramatically changing in the weirdest ways. I mean, like the guy broke his neck. I mean, I was with this guy every day.
Yeah.
We were pushing it, and then when he broke his neck, it was like I was scared to ride again. Like,
makes sense.
I was like, wait, what? Like, this is like, wait, we're actually like, you're like, what? Like, and I still gotta collect these checks, so I still need to push it. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna do that, I need to go to Woodward and stay in that foam pit and practice as much as I can. So because I need this money, but I also don't want to break my neck.
Yeah.
And it was a head fuck forever, but I worked through it, and I just kind of like got serious.
Yeah.
I wasn't really serious here. I just natural ability and never one with the luck on my side. But after he broke his neck, I was like, fuck that. I'm getting serious.
Yeah.
If I'm going to still do this.
You still are serious, like when it comes to staying in good shape. You're doing a lot for your health, you know, and your wellness and stuff like that. You work out. I mean, you're playing golf. That's a little safer than BMX. But I mean, you know, it comes to a certain point in all of our lives. If you want to continue to ride the bike or do anything, you know, usually in your 40s, they call it midlife crisis. There's a real thing. It's andropause, you know, and it happens to everybody. But you've done a good job staying in shape. You know, a lot of us put on the beer gut and all that other stuff.
I'm on peptides.
Tehachapi was purely a move for
Steven broke his neck.
Woodward and space.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then was there, you know, I assume because it was like he broke his neck at a Baltimore Dew Tour. Mm-hmm. So I assume there was another Dew Tour afterwards with another dirt event. But did you go to that? Did you chill? Like what? I mean, I can hardly remember. You were there. You were there in Baltimore,
That's
right?
a great question. I don't really remember that part. No, I
you
blew my knee out.
Oh, okay.
So I was at home. I was in Ohio with this girl when I blew my knee out, and I was at home, and Paul Grutbags called me and says, "Not good, mate. Not good." Steven went down. He this isn't good, bro. And I was like, "What do you mean? What do you talk to me? What do you mean?" He's like, "I think he broke his fucking neck, bro. He can't move. We're taking him to the hospital. I'll let you know." And I was like,
"Oh, he called you right when it happened."
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
And I was like, I was at this girl's house, and I was just like, she's like, "What happened?" I'm like,
my brother.
I couldn't even speak. I was like,
Yeah.
And then I flew in, and I saw him, and all that shit, and then, like I said, it fucked my head.
Yeah.
For a while.
But you were there to support too for a while. I mean, I think
I wasn't in the beginning with Steven. I was so scared of his accident and my future to carry on who I was after trying to get over the reality of that.
Yeah.
You ran away.
I ran away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I ran away, and then when I accepted it and I found like myself in it, I was able to like, and I knew he was being taken care of. I mean, he had everybody taking care of him, so I knew he wasn't by himself. Obviously,
yeah.
He was good, more than good. Like he probably had the most support of anybody in the world with that whole, outcome of that. So I knew he was in a safe zone, so I could go figure my shit out and then come back, and then I tapped back into his life, and I was only like 8 months later, I kind of came back, and I was just there every day with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a big
hard.
part of with those kids, coming up. I mean, those kids look up to you tremendously. They have nothing but great things to say about you, and
it's got to
be tough.
It's a personality trait. I feel like it's a fear thing. Like I feel like I don't deal with those things very well when friends have had problems of substance abuse and stuff like that. I try for a bit, and then eventually I feel like I end up like pushing them away or running away from them, and it's something that I'm like aware of that I feel like it's just the way I was raised and how I dealt with shit as a kid,
right.
and now it transfers into adulthood and how I handle that shit. So I feel like
100%.
I sympathize with that because you're not proud to say that in any sense, like, and that's like
It's real
Yeah,
shit. It's
yeah.
just real shit.
Yeah, so I get it, and
no one's prepared for that.
Yeah, and that's shit that is like,
Yeah.
especially when it's tied into what you do, what you love, how you make money. It's not just a friend that's going through a medical issue, like, or an accident. It's
and you're
tied
happy
in.
at one moment, and now you're not, and then but you still got to go do this thing.
Yeah,
like, come on,
it's a fucking head game that is
major.
and not to obviously not minimizing what Steven was going through at that same time, because obviously that is times.
And I pray for
so,
everybody that sends it. Everybody's so good and they're landing everything, and I'm just so impressed, and I'm so happy that everybody is being serious and not partying and really being as smart as they can in a dangerous sport like that, like dirt, like even watching X Games, the guys on the first jump. I mean, dude,
it was fucking insane,
bro. Like, and you see all this new stuff for the first time, and for you, Ryan, especially, you're probably numb to this shit. You're filming, skating back and forth. There's things happening in your camera, and I'm like, how does he keep his composure? Like, does he realize that is fucking magic?
Yeah.
You know, you're just doing your job. But like anybody watching you watch the show is just like, that's the first time that's been done. That could have been really gnarly, and it's happening. It's a way of life now. Like,
I feel like I get more anxiety. I found myself like having like anxiety while filming events. Something bad is going to happen, or is this?
Do you feel that?
Good or bad?
I do. I mean, like I was looking for Carl Immer's glass eye, because like Carl Immer's glass eye is around here. Did I put it on the wall?
Yeah, I was going to say I've seen you at the Triple Challenge.
It's like Carl Immer's eye is generally on the table, and it's like that's
you didn't lose the eye.
No, I didn't lose the eye, but it should be around here somewhere.
I brought you the Huffy frame. It's the best I can do.
So it's like that is a there you go. There's real shit that happens, and it's like
I was right there.
I just want my guys. I want my athlete BMX motherfuckers to get paid what they fucking deserve. They're risking everything. Lose an eye, lose a hand, break a fucking neck, hit your head, never the same again. Like, pay these dudes. Whoever you are, Monster Energy Drink, you're sponsoring 55,000 Asians. How about you cut that down and you just pay the good ones a lot of fucking money. That's it. Because like I said, it's the most impressionable, dangerous fucking sport of all time that's underpaid, and it's just too good of a skill to have and not be rewarded for it.
Word.
So
that's the truth right there.
When you come out of this, the Tehachapi, that phase, are you a different version of yourself after Steven's crash? Is that where you're like, hey, I need to grow up, I'm dad mode, I need to fucking be like, it's not instant change, but the beginning of the change?
It's like a surfer. I think at that point I was just chasing the sets. Like my backyard was the sets. Every morning I'd get up and I'd chase that set, and it was like Groundhog's Day. And 10 years fucking went by, just like that. That's the best way I can explain it. From digging to chasing that set, getting my little session in. That's all it was about. That's all it was about. Reality, other people's problems, even politics. Like, I never really gave a shit about politics. Now that I'm older, I'm in politics. Like, I know. I have feelings. I have opinions. Like, I know what's happening. Like, I'm a real person now. So it's just, it's just funny because, I was.
It is so funny, the name of that fucking documentary, Nasty's World, because you were in your own world at that point. Like, and people entered it and they go, well, now I'm leaving Nasty's World because I cannot fucking handle it. Like, I've witnessed, I've been out with you at night and I'm like, dude, he is literally like, you're a fucking
tough to keep up with.
And then the girl that he's with it was tough for her to keep up with him because he's gone. He left her. It's so.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. But you, like, Ryan's world. Like, what about you? Like, you have your own world.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This guy has his own world. I watch two stories religiously. I watch his a lot because he's involved, and I just love his enthusiasm in growing the sport. And then I love him because he was kind of up, down, ghost, and now he's back, and he doesn't drink, and he's focused, and he's working with the kids, and he's building the sport, and he's working one-on-one, and he's really on the underground that nobody pays attention to, really growing the sport, these two. So I love watching. He built a new yard. He moved to Arizona. He's strict. He's making his shows. He's making people safe. Don't do drugs. All the speeches he does. So, and I watched because he's Mr. Cory and he's come a long way, and he's really living out that legacy of just in motivating people to grab a bike and do the right shit.
Yeah.
And
Shout out Cory, dude.
Just finding things they love to do. That's
Cory's been
really
through a
what
lot
it's all
himself,
about.
and he's a lot of
'cause if it's
perseverance,
not-
and to be where he's at today is fucking huge, and I love it. And
I
he's
have the utmost
funny as
respect
shit,
for
too.
him too. Cory, we just reconnected
this-
today, but
Nathan Sykes?
doing school shows, I think, is one of the greatest things that
Cory?
we can do right
that
now
Mitch?
to get kids on bikes.
Is that-
Absolutely, yeah. That's
Yes.
But yeah, talking
Dude.
about building character is what we do. You know,
Yes. Best
basically
threes
just
in the
finding
game.
things you love to do. And
No,
just,
I talk
you know,
about it all the time. There's nothing like seeing a rider in person and hearing the freewheel and the bzzz and seeing the pop off the coping and feeling the anxiety of a kid
Midget's a
watching a
fucking
guy
legend.
in the air. That's why I still ride a bike at 45 years old. Because
Yeah.
I saw some dude do it when I was 5,
Look at these
and I
trails.
was blown away by it, and I'm still doing it. And that's how we sell
Those
bikes
threes.
to kids. And
Like
that's how we do
he found a way to pay his own. He pays bills, build his new little empire out in Arizona, and
This is
still
you?
have
Yeah.
his bike, ride his bike, and have fun.
ripping, dude.
Dude.
As now GJ and Andrew Bentley.
Where's this at? Is it East Coast?
This is Reading. This is
Oh,
Cali.
Reading.
This is California.
Look at that.
Oh,
back.
wow.
No one knows about
nosedive.
these trails. Like Justin Inman rides there. And
They're
people-
still around?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just shouted.
Well, not that one. Not that spot. That spot.
Nice,
PO Dubs. Yeah, this spot's still here. That was a. I mean, you got to see those jumps now. They're 4 times bigger. It's insane. I was just there last week. It's insane. It's the biggest jumps, I think. I mean, Marcus O'Brien, he's over with Jonesy over at those Australian trails right now.
Yeah.
And like where Jay Tooley was just did that bike flip over that
Yeah,
huge jump,
yeah.
like insane.
What was
It's
the
that like caliber of like
Oh, really?
how big and tall. Like it might. I think GJ has jumps that are way bigger than some of those. But I love like what I'm doing is basically just getting people to find things they love to do. It could be reading books. It could be playing the piano. Reading or writing short stories, taking photos.
Yeah.
I'm always encouraging people to just find things they love to do, share it with your friends and others, and treat each other the way you want to be treated, or treat each other the way that you think they need to be treated, like the golden rule. Or how they want to be treated, I guess. And so, all those little things is kind of what we're doing. And then obviously when we're on our bikes, it's already telling them to like get on a bike without us telling them, because like we're practicing these words while we're on our bikes. And so that's where like the relating like kind of concept goes with other things for them. Like they could be riding their bikes, but then sit down and read a book at a park. So that bike becomes like the tool that leads them to like these other things.
Escape the thing.
Right.
In Arizona, are you near Phoenix or Tucson, or which are you closer
I'm
to?
in Buckeye, so I'm like I'm closer to. I'm an hour from Phoenix.
You know the genuine BMX dudes?
I'm closer to Palm Springs.
Oh, really?
Or, no, I'm not. No, I'm closer to the border, like.
Okay, south. Yeah.
Basically.
All right, so we never really talked about like the beginning of
the sunset
of Huffy and Vans and all that stuff. I mean, I don't think that's that interesting, but like the end and the rock star and kind of the sunset of all that stuff. Like I think when we did the last podcast, like we removed something about being off or on Vans or something at that time because it was like
questionable.
Something that happened.
Questionable. So I don't know if you know this, but when I got let go, I actually didn't get told I got let go. I was just kind of checking my mailbox for 3 months and no checks, and nobody would kind of tell me the truth because we were close friends, and they have a job, I had a job. I was getting fired, and my friends didn't want to have to fire me. So they just kind of
stapler guide you, like
went ghost on me, and I was, I had for years and years I had this check, and that's kind of how I did, and I was like, I'm still me, I'm still right. Like what? I mean, am I doing? Are we gonna like nothing? And so I actually said something I think on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a strong statement if I remember correctly. I don't know what it was. I can't remember what it was.
Like I was hurt, and I was scared, and I just like it was what it was, but I lashed out because of the way they went about it.
Yeah.
And they just left me hanging, and I thought, well, you're my friends, like give me a heads up. So I guess it's not easy to fire your really good friend that you've been supporting. I don't know how those guys have that job. I mean, it's at some point they have to turn cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Because there's no you can't look a guy in the face that deserves a check and tell him that he doesn't deserve it anymore.
Yeah.
It's a hard job to play. So now that I'm past that and been through it, I just wanted to apologize to Steve Mateus and Jerry Batters, because they literally gave me that ticket for fucking my whole career.
Yeah, but you should always have that ticket because of all the skaters that still get that money that don't do anything anymore. I don't think.
Everything changed though, Corey.
Because full cab or a half cab?
I'm just saying, like, there's some skaters that always get paid like through vans.
We'll never be skateboarding. I'll never even bring that up anymore because skateboarding is fashion. It's just way bigger.
I understand.
There's even so much more money. We're in a very niche little market here.
I just feel like you've been around like so long. I think you should.
I feel like they should have had some sort of a company that big can set aside, probably a lot of money, $400,000 or something a year for all these legacy people. Like, hey, you were on vans for fucking 20 years. That means that you were very valuable. And you get like a lifetime check of whatever certain amount of shoes a year,
severance pay,
and $500 a month. It's not everything, but like you are part of this for forever.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go, but give you severance pay. Like,
we're gonna
that
type of thing.
I don't think I was big enough legend. I'm just not.
I think so.
I'm just not. I didn't win X Games 20 years in a row like fucking Jamie Bestwick or Dave. Those guys won some real big titles.
Vans.
So.
I checked your shoes, not Vans.
No.
Yeah, I was just, but I mean, like, you don't get free Vans.
No, I don't. I'm in a whole different industry.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I had to try to find like a BMX outfit today. I'm totally in some other fucking suit. I'm a whole different character these days.
Up in a suit.
I was gonna, but then I was like, my BMXers. This is my family. I don't need to fucking act like somebody.
So Rockstar ends. Matthias gives you a call, right?
Nobody.
Even Vans and Rockstar both kind of ran the same.
They
program at the end.
They did, but I love them both, and I'm sorry that I did that on Instagram. That was really immature, but I mean, it was what it was. I did what I did, and I'm sorry, but and now I'm just happy to not need clout.
Yeah.
Like I came on your show today not to make my sponsors happy. Like I don't have any sponsors.
Yeah.
I came here for fucking my BMX family. And just to, give back and say thank you and just kind of give them a heads up on what I went through and where I'm at today. And just kind of give back in that sense. I was doing all kinds of media things like this for the wrong reasons, and it just feels good to come here today with no purpose intended, This is
and I think that's like
comfortable. It's my family.
I just wanted to hear more of your story and that stuff is like, because when I listened to that first podcast, it was great, but I didn't feel like I got info. I don't feel like I got your story in that sense, and it's good that Mike.
Do we
was
want
here.
more early story? No, I'm just joking.
No.
I got so much shit, bro. We could be here for. I told you we're gonna beat Magoo and Bowler's podcast.
Remember that first jump at the,
Bro, I know all that shit.
But
one, because I'm a fan, but two, because that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember a lot of that shit anyway, because I'm a BMX nutcase. But I mean,
everything happened the way it was supposed to, and I'm just grateful that
100%.
I'm here. I'm alive. It's blue skies. We live in California. I mean, I've met so many great people, and I'm just so grateful for my life.
You've impacted a lot of people too in a really good way.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to share that. I want to give back. I want to help. I want to support. I want to fucking be there for my people if they need me, or just even listening to me today to just kind of live by that, or just can be like, all right, fuck, that makes sense, okay, and then maybe motivate them a little bit, whether it's BMX or maybe their next path or choice.
I think you held the torch for probably millions and millions of people that were looking from afar, watching BMX happen, unfold during that time. You know what I mean? So like you gave everybody like this hope, let me real quick because they wanted you to win.
Everybody always asked me, what are you going to do after BMX? And I never had an answer, and I was scared to answer it because I never fucking knew what I was going to do after BMX. So luckily I have a new career and fucking I'm doing well at it. Thank God technology. I mean, a lot of this stuff I'm doing on my fucking phone from my house. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like technology has really saved us from the traditional like get up 9 to 5, clock in, fucking behind the computer, whatever it is. Like I'm working from home, I'm in my pajamas, I'm crunching it, and I'm it's just great. But I didn't know I was going to be in fucking real estate. If you asked me 20 years ago, what are you going to do after BMX? Fucking no idea, and I don't care. I'm riding bikes right now. So
you're gonna do good at whatever you put your mind to. And another thing I want to thank you for.
Not me. This message is for them.
Right.
The people that are in it that might be like just kind of like when someone asks him, what are you going to do, J2E, after BMX?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, J2E? J2E's probably like, fuck, what am I going to do? Let me do a quadruple flip. Don't stress. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Health is everything. Life is good. You fucking dominate. All of you guys have proven yourselves. You should be getting paid thousands and thousands and millions of dollars for what you're doing. And I'm just, I'm sorry you're not. But yeah, don't push it. Don't stress. An opportunity will present itself and you'll be thriving again. And so just always remember that.
You got to give some credit to the wife too.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh God, don't even get me started. Yeah, no, my
Because
wife.
obviously,
Why'd you
like,
get him started on that.
well,
Damn,
like
no,
she's
awesome, dude.
You said you were separated, but then obviously you guys get back together. You guys been together for
15 years solid.
15 years. How'd you guys meet?
Yes, tell the story.
Real quick, I saw her in a magazine and I called her. Somebody knew her, I knew, and Kimmery, my old manager, she's like, I used to work with that girl. I'm like, give me your number. I called her and I said, hey, I want to date you. And then she was like, I'm with my boyfriend. Who the hell is this? And I'm like, you're going to meet me soon. Click. And then I met her. And
Literally told her what was going to happen.
She was watching me on a Vans commercial and she's like, that guy's hot. Like a day later, I called her because I thought she was hot. And she's like, wait, that's the guy from that fucking commercial? Oh my God, he called me? And then she's like, well, fine, I'll go on a date to Vegas, only with you, Kimmery, but I'm not hooking up with him, type of shit. And then as soon as she came, I'm like, oh, yes. And then that was it, But
She's fucking awesome, by the way. Shout
So
out.
Biz said that it was a catalog. Kimmery represented models, and she had headshots
Yes.
in a book.
That's it.
And and so you went through a catalog of beautiful women,
Picked out his wife, bro,
and,
just like
and
that.
just said, "I will take that as
take
my
that
wife."
one.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Must be nice, bro.
That's exactly
And she's fucking dope, though. She's so rad, bro. And now they're golfing together and shit. And she's such a sweetheart, dude. They're a phenomenal couple. They're like literally like a dream couple. I'm so glad things are working out for them,
Yeah.
And a beautiful family.
Well, no, I mean, we've been solid for 16 years. Solid.
Yeah.
After my daughter, it was game over. But I mean, before that, like I said, I was young. I was traveling. She was a hot shot. I was a hot shot. Shit, life happens. It's very fucking normal for every relationship.
You got to go through that shit to
over
get
the world.
where you want to go.
So it is what it is. But now we're solid, and she's my she's smarter than us boys. She makes a little more sense, and she kind of I just listen. If you want your relationship to work, my advice would be just
outta here.
listen to your fucking wife.
I'm not listening to my wife. No, I'm just
I mean, if
Shout
you
out,
got a good wife and you know that she makes more sense than you 9 times out of 10, then yes, babe is probably the right answer, and you'll last together forever and have really good sex. If you always tell her you're right, babe, and I'm wrong,
That's what I'm
you're
doing
gonna
wrong.
have the best fucking sex of your life. If you're wondering why you're not getting blowjobs anymore, it's because
dude, you just hit on something, bro.
It's
We're gonna
because
be
you're not
all over
agreeing
BMX
with her
conversation.
in an argument. So you got to pick and choose your battles.
Too funny. Oh, where do I even go from there? Let's go from.
Well, we started on touching on Tehachapi, and I feel like Cory, was heavily involved with Woodward scene for a long time. I mean, you and Coco, and you were there riding all the time, and we were lucky enough to go to the last event at Woodward West this year, and I got to see you ride transition for the first time, and I'm a big fan. I always thought you were a street guy. I saw your fall, I saw the 4-piece bars, and I'm like, oh, Ryan rides street, and but I didn't know how good of a transition rider you are.
Well,
I even got a clip of you.
I'm very curious to see. I wish you would put out some own clips over your stuff. Like you're very.
I got a clip of him
I
at
saw you
Swamp
ride
Fest.
some like rail. A couple times you posted some rails. You had some nasty fucking falls. Took it like a champ.
Let me do this real quick because I was holding this off.
Right.
I don't know if you want this or not because I know you got a lot of shit in here. But when we were there at the
Ryan
last,
doesn't like talking about himself. He's
this
like,
was the
he
last,
shuts down.
the last event
funny.
ever at Woodward West, and Woodward West is a historical BMX place out here. A lot of shit went down out there, and Trevi Siglocks, my boy Alejandro. Shout out to all the people who fuck with me. That's the shout out for everybody. I love each and every one of you, all the men, all the women who ride with me, who hit me up, who support me, everything like that. But anyway, we got a piece of the coping
from the crater.
The crater, and it's heavy as shit.
That's dope.
But
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm down.
That's
I'll
my
take
little.
it.
That's
I'll
my
figure
little.
out something. I may
Make
break
a shelf out of it, maybe.
Yeah, I'll make it. I can
That's
figure out
fucking
something.
heavy,
tight.
dude. But yeah, that's for you. You've probably filmed
You
it.
got an extra one, right?
That I had it, but I don't want it. It's too heavy. I don't like to collect shit. I'm not a collector. I got it for me, and I wanted it, and then I said, "What better place to?"
No, I'm down for that.
I was looking for
could,
something to
I
give
could
to you.
actually make that.
That
into
is-
a
that
shelf.
is pretty cool, right?
So you got a piece of Woodward here with you
Nice.
forever.
Smells like wood.
Is that wood?
No,
Right. Cement.
we got chunks of it.
Brick
bro.
wood.
Yeah.
Well, so this is a 2-part question. trying out to be the host of MTV's The Challenge.
Oh, wow.
Which TJ Lavin obviously did and has been doing it for like 20 years. Why didn't it work out for you?
I was just so about BMX. I've never surfed. Hold on. I've never done any other sport. I've never.
But you did try out
any
for
other
it.
hobby. TV was like a thing trying to be pressed on me. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I tried out for it because they wanted me, obviously. But I was always like, and that's what I tell my friends. Like, hey man, if you want to be the best at this, you got to pick one fucking thing. And that's it.
Yeah.
Do one thing, choose one thing, and go all in on it, and you'll be the best in the world at it. You can't spread yourself out like do this, do that, and expect to fucking be a pro at one thing. So that's kind of always lived my life. But with that TV show, it was like it was sidetracking me from doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to ride, I wanted to compete, I wanted to be Cory Nastazio and do what I was doing. And the TV show was like, it was almost silly. Like I was like, like I'm not better than that, but that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
You guys do that. But my manager was like, yo, this is a lot of money. This could be your career after BMX. And I wasn't thinking that far forward. I could give a fuck. I was like, I'll figure it out then. So I had to remember a script. So it'd be like reading this whole thing right here, right? Just this top column. And then flipping it and saying, okay, read it, go. So you'd have to read it real quick and then memorize it. And I wasn't passionate about the spot to begin with. And then I just like, I was like not getting all over the end. Whereas if TJ was like, I'm smart, my mom's always saved my money, bought my house cash, made all the right choices because I was never going to be fucked and take everything I got from BMX and benefit from it later.
Yeah.
He put all his cards in the right spot, but he knew this was going to be his future, and he fucking nailed it. And he's like, not that he's smarter, but he didn't smoke weed.
Yeah.
He didn't drink. He
never
didn't
drank
do anything.
weed,
The guy was
yeah.
fucking dead on.
Yeah.
So he was able to pull that in that 5-second interview we had for that casting, and he got it. And he did a really good job, and he's still doing a good job, and he's fucking the man. And he's had a great career, and he I don't think he was as passionate about BMX as I was. Obviously not. He kind of was like, I'll go this route. Fuck yeah, that opportunity sounds great, which is smarter. But I wasn't ready. I wanted to just keep fucking riding.
Yeah, I think it's a personality thing too, not necessarily like I feel like he was kind of, I guess you're right. I feel like he was like a little more like fingers and other things type
100%.
thing. Like
he was like making
you're right.
investments young.
Yeah.
Buying
So you are
properties
right.
and like I was just like, what?
Yeah. I was going to defend TJ, and then I'm like, no, I think you're pretty on point with that.
Yeah.
TJ does have a question for you, sort of. He says, how does one keep so cool, calm, and collected, be the funniest, sweetest, most kind-hearted, best-looking, and still baddest BMXer of all time, yet be the shittiest caller back ever? That's my question.
Damn.
I don't know.
TJ Lavin.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Because if he's wrote into you, did he write into you?
Yeah, that was from him directly.
How did he know I was coming?
I texted him yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I texted. I mean, it's like the Doyle message. I reached out to Biz.
I was bravo, great fucking job. Because you really couldn't count on me. I couldn't count on myself to come today, but I was like, I don't want to make this guy do all the research, come up with the questions, and then bail on him. But he's gonna have to put together fast. Let's see what he does.
Well, I was on the verge of texting you, confirming that you were coming, and then I saw your Instagram story, and I'm like, oh, he put it out there.
That's when I committed.
Yeah, that was like
that's when I committed.
I saw your post on YouTube. I was like, oh shit, that's happening.
Right then.
Yeah. So at that point, I wasn't worried, but I did text you this morning. I didn't even text you yesterday.
I lost 4 deals today, but fuck it. I already knew that was coming if I made the decision. But yeah, so the call back. TJ Lavin, you are my best fucking friend. I love you. I mean, you're not my best friend because I don't see you enough anymore. But you are my heart. And I know that you love me, and I love you too. And if you ever really needed me, I'd be there in a heartbeat. When you call, since you don't have a job, I'm working, and you're calling, at a time to where I'm probably facilitating fucking 100 agents deals at once. So that's that problem. And then also when I pick up the phone for someone like TJ, it's going to be a fucking 4-hour conversation.
Yeah.
Like when I see certain, nobody calls me anymore anyway, but TJ has called me and I haven't picked up a couple times just because I'm busy. And that conversation is going to be a fucking big one.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
You're going to do a podcast.
I fucking don't have time.
Yeah.
But if he needed me, I'd be on a plane.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like how endearing he is, and it really is all of those things.
He's always
like
loved me.
You really are one of like the sweetest You know, like that's like a funny way to think of.
He's always
like
loved me.
a word for Cory Nastazio, but you
Never
really
hate.
are. You are so nice, and you're nice to like pretty much everybody that you come across, and I think that's like the thing of maybe another lesson that you could put on other people, because when you are done with BMX, if you're a likable, honest, forthcoming human being, people want to see you win also. So people will be like, hey, I have this opportunity, maybe I'll hit him up and
that's what that's so nice to hear you guys say. That's huge. That's not that I tried, but like if I died, like, and you remembered that's who I was, then at least I've left that behind, and that's great. That's fucking awesome.
I mean,
I'm proud of myself if
like,
that's what people remember.
I remember being like, I can't fucking remember, Maloof Cup or some skate event in Orange County. We hung out one night, and you're like, fucking come with me. I didn't know that many people there, and you were like, brought me in, and I'm like, is he actually want to hang out with me right now? Like, Nastazio wants to hang out with me, and you fucking did. And I was like, I was blown away.
Well, just make sure you're driving with him, because if you're trying to meet him somewhere,
well, I'm not going to let him take my car.
If you get in his car, you're good to go. You'll be with him for the night. But if you don't get in the car with him, it's going to be an Irish.
Well, yeah.
I want to stay positive, keep the vibe always cool. And we're BMX, like I said at the beginning of the interview. Like, if you ride bikes, in your mindset, we're identical.
Yeah,
we have different attitude, different times for different ways we feel, but at the end of the day, we want the same fucking shit. We're the same person. We have the same things that thrill us. Like, and I respect that. And if you're one of those people that feel like I do, and I don't even know you that well, you're coming with me. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And that's what's so special about BMX and the Brotherhood. And that's kind of what I miss the most, if anything. It's not me or what I was, what I did. It's just like that. My brothers.
But it's also one of those things where it's like, you have TJ, you could be on a fucking Doyle, like all these people that you experience all this shit with, like you haven't talked to them in years, and you pick up the phone or you bump into them, it's like nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the
for you too, right? I mean, 100%. It's us.
Yeah. Like, I have so many people where I'm like, I haven't seen them in 10 years. I saw Ben Hiddle at Swamp Fest, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
Right back to square one. You didn't miss a beat.
Mutual respect. It's the same. Yeah. What's funny is I was nervous to come in here today, to be honest.
I was nervous too.
Just because, I don't know. I'm so out of the loop, and you're so the fucking guy that's in it. I'm like, I really don't have anything to say.
Yeah, you're good.
And it's Ryan fucking Fudger.
No. He said, and then TJ has another question. Ask him if he remembers the time that I drove 3 hours to watch him get smashed after being there for 5 minutes, then spent the next few hours in the ER with him.
Oh, that sounds
fucking
familiar.
nasty, the best human on the planet. Do you see
Oh, shit.
That's you?
Oh, yeah.
Who
sent you that?
This is from TJ as well.
He loves you, huh?
Yeah.
he was there that day.
Fucking hell. I spent fucking hours with him in the hospital too one time.
Me too. We've all been there.
Yeah. So pretty brutal. I don't know. I guess you don't remember.
Your reach has exceeded, or superseded or surpassed just BMX too, and I want to thank you for that, because of your personality and who you are as a human being, and as a likable person, and your attitude. You've brought a lot of people to BMX that probably would have never been involved or been 100%. Interested in stuff like that, and that's big for the sport, and you really have done so much for our community and for the sport as a whole, and that's why I was like very honored that you asked me to come along today. It's just,
thanks, Mikey.
I'm just going to say,
appreciate you.
I say a lot, so it works out.
You don't like compliments. That's funny.
No, I hate compliments.
That's crazy. I can see that.
I'm bad. You're
a funny guy.
He shuts right down.
He does
like, I want to see riding clips.
He's like,
I hate compliments. The only thing I like less than complimenting people, other people, is other people complimenting me. Then that's even worse.
Well, you're doing it too.
I'd rather compliment you than take a compliment.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're doing it too. Instagram. There's a lot of.
That wasn't an opening, Mike.
Right.
There's a lot of BMX on Instagram, right? And there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of places that you can go to find BMX, but there's nothing like our BMX.
Yeah, you fucking did it, bro. You're the man. You put our sport.
It's the one-stop shop. You're the Nine Club of BMX.
I call it too dumb to quit.
You're the fucking man.
Well, keep it rocking and rolling. Bro.
One thing I noticed, when I was watching stuff, you brought up Dana White, X Games, and betting 2 times on
I have
over
another
the years.
idea.
and it's funny because now X Games MoonPay, X Games League bet on it, and now it's in fruition. Like, and do you actually see that as like a viable thing that will get these dudes paid?
Dude, listen, that's a great fucking question. I'm glad you asked me that. My wife and I have decided, well, we had a plan to develop an app to have you at home donate money to your favorite rider. Like, let's say there's top 10 at X Games and the judges you don't agree with the turnout, you can just send a donation to your favorite rider for his efforts worldwide.
Yeah.
So that guy just made $500,000 from everybody at home that sent him $5.
It's like a Twitch subscription.
So
it's like,
win or lose
donation.
doesn't matter
That's a great
anymore.
idea.
Everybody's gonna get paid for entertaining us. We love you. We want to see it. We're at home. We couldn't make it, but boom, 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 $5. Fucking go, Jay Tui.
Yeah, I love that.
Now Jay Tui checks his app, hits cash out, and he just put $500,000 in his fucking bank account for that contest at X Games.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I get a little percentage because it's my app. Everybody using it. And I'm on fucking. I'm just in there.
You just gave the idea away. It's
Take
patented.
it. Someone
It's
take it and
patented.
give it to the boys.
Yeah.
But it's happening. And so
Yeah.
this bet thing with the thing, it's all happening, whatever. But that's just a simple format. I want to be able to say when I thought this guy beat that guy or all this controversy, I want to say, that's all, whatever. Let me just, here's $100.
That's
Johnny Rakes
You're
did
my
the
winner,
case.
$100. And there's
you
gonna be a
go.
lot of people that feel like that
Yeah.
about that, my guy too. And that guy's gonna be paid. So everybody, all those top 10 guys, you don't get $500 for 9th place.
Yeah.
Is what you get.
Yeah.
If you get like 9th or 10th last, you get $500. It's like 10,
Or even just, I love that fucking table you did, or something like that. Here's $5.
Boom.
take my money.
And it
Take
can be
my money.
posted.
Well, it's funny because I'm at the like, this is such an aside, but like we all went out as friends, and it was ended up at like a fucking karaoke bar, and this dude got up and sung this fucking shitty 80s rap song, and he just like fucking killed it, like just like, and he wasn't even looking at the screen, and blah blah blah, and I was like, dude, that was so fucking sick. I was like, if I see that guy, I'm gonna give him $20.
Venmo.
Like,
What's your
literally,
Venmo?
yeah, like, and then we leave like an hour later. It's one of the bouncers, and I'm like, dude, you're the fucking guy. And I Venmoed him $20, and he was like, he was just like,
Right.
what the fuck is
Right.
this?
Right.
And it's like, that's where the world is at now, because it's like, I see a fucking sick edit, Brett Silva,
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
where I'm like, it gets me like so hyped.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Here's
I got
$20.
I want to give it Brett
Support,
like
support.
$20 or something.
Fuck
and I was
yeah.
like, dudes should just have a Patreon. Of
I got the name for
like
the app.
something Like
That's
that.
it.
Like
the name for the app, Cash for Tricks.
Cash for Tricks. There you go.
My wife's got it all figured out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean,
It is.
seriously.
That is the future
Right?
in a sense of sponsorship, because
Literally.
there is so much shit out there that like the stuff that really resonates with you. It's like, how do you show that your appreciation
Yeah.
other
Right.
than a few dollars?
Right.
Dude, I
And
play
it's
video
like-
games and I watch Twitch streamers. These kids, I
You
don't know where they get the
fucking
money.
psychopath.
Bro, I play Call of Duty every night with Stephen Mack. Shout out Stephen Mack. But anyway,
Great turn down.
Shout out Rob Nolly.
Best turn. But no, I mean,
love
these
Rob
guys
Nolly.
make a ton of money. These kids just pay them just
Dave
for
Osada.
playing a video game. And
That's
you're out here
crazy.
riding a BMX bike. It's a great fucking idea. I would donate all the time. I would go
And
broke.
worldwide. You know how
Yeah.
many fans? Australia is such big fans
You can
of
vote
America.
for your dude.
England. Everybody's kind of big fans of what's happening at wherever the big comp is, and we can all chip in for our guy.
100%.
And that guy, we don't have to put them down. The sponsors don't have to stress all their salaries and all. Fuck it, leave it up to us at
Right.
home.
Take some of the
pay you
complaining
guys.
out of it.
Take
Yeah,
it.
fuck
the
it.
top 10 guys. I mean, the guys that are working for it, fucking pay them. Take my
Yeah.
money.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. And the
No,
app
there
gets a
is- there is
percentage.
a-
Twitch gets a percentage of all those donations. It's a
Yeah.
win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it
I like
is true.
that, dude.
It's funny. I'm going through the comments on the here, and there's no questions. Are just psyched that there's another Nastazio podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I just and I do. I said it yesterday in my story when I just said I just where I went, because I literally just I got this job and it just was like go time, and I haven't fucking even looked back, and to even be here right now, I don't feel like I deserve it to be here, because I don't even know what the fuck's going on
In life?
No, in BMX.
in BMX.
In BMX.
So you can ask me questions. If you ask me, here, I have a fun game. This will be fun. Ask me if I know some people, like you did that one time, I think. Who is, do you know? Because I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't fucking know anybody.
Okay.
Don't put nobody on blast. That's fine.
It's funny though, because I'm an idiot.
What about this guy?
Nope.
That's Matt Nordstrom. He's at Road for Fit.
He looks different now.
Honestly, he was on my team, and I don't know him.
Yes.
No, you know Matt.
That picture's hard.
You know Matt. That picture's hard. It's blurry.
Yeah,
I mean, these are all like legends.
Yeah,
but
it's
give me
all-
like the new school guy that I should know that's fucking all the rage
I mean,
coming up.
Jordan Godwin. Do you know him?
Ike Dooley.
Yeah.
This probably isn't helping me.
Yeah, well, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying though, but that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like you don't have
Like-
to. You don't have to have your finger on the fucking.
Does he
pulse.
know me?
And that's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
so
probably.
the
Fuck
guy
yeah,
out-
he
Because you know there's people that
Yeah.
kill it on BMX that don't know who the fuck Dave Mirra was or
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
That
That
blows
is-
my fucking mind.
Time
That is
flies.
crazy.
They've got no idea. They're
Yeah.
doing nose wheelies. They're doing
Yep.
fucking big monster moves, and they're like, I don't know who the fuck Dave. I never
Yep.
heard of him.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I'm like,
It's wild.
certain kids I hire even like
yep,
that.
I'm
like,
50 years
what?
old, and a lot of times went by.
yeah. It is.
It's trippy.
Yeah, and you can show them, but it's never going to resonate.
It is
It's
on
never
us
gonna-
though a little bit.
Yeah.
It is on us to keep that alive, to school the younger riders as older riders.
They
A
don't.
bit,
Yeah.
a bit.
They
but
don't
not-
give a fuck, but it's on us anyway. It's like, dude, you need to know who the fuck Dave Mirra is.
Yeah.
You know, let me show you this clip
Yeah.
and send him a fucking, you know.
I think it's interesting. It's just fascinating to watch the time do what the time's doing,
Yeah.
and the people that remember and forget. And
There's
care and
less
don't care.
footage of all those dudes now.
control it.
You know, if you're a rider now, you post every day on Instagram. There's billions of clips of you. There's not a billion clips of Dave Mirra. There's a lot, but I mean, you know,
Probably close to 1 billion. There's a lot of clips of
that was
him,
a bad
more
example.
Than, more than
that was a bad
anybody else,
example, but yeah, like Jason
yeah.
Enns. I just learned
Yeah.
about Jason Enns in the last couple of years. Now I'm like
Yeah,
his
that's
biggest
crazy.
fan.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I missed 15 years.
He did. He missed the best.
I go back. I had to learn
You know
about
who
Mike
Josh
Aiken.
Heino is, right?
Yeah, but I had to go back
you
and
know
learn
who Josh
about.
Heino is?
I know him.
Have you seen him do stuff?
If he walked in right
You don't
now, I
know
wouldn't
Josh
go.
Heino.
I wouldn't
You
go.
know
Hey,
Nate?
Josh.
Hey, do you know Nate Hansen?
I know the name. I know. I've
No,
probably
yeah.
seen clips.
He's a flat. Do you know Dave Frymuth?
Yes,
You do.
I do know.
What about Death Ride Dave?
I wanted to bring
Dave
up Dave
Stevenson.
Dave Brumlow.
Let's bring him back.
He knows all the new school people, but if I drop some fucking old school name, he's not gonna know him.
That's
So-
funny
Center
though.
Crew?
That
Like
is,
I
that's
said-
so unique.
Interesting,
though.
right?
That's really unique.
Like I
so.
said, I had to go back when I saw a clip of Mikey Aiken. Again, like when
Dave
I saw
Assato? You know Dave
I
Assato?
He was around when we were there.
We'll end it with like two easy-ish questions. Best trail rider all time for you, and then like you're kind of on this subject, the new school dude. Like who do you enjoy today? And then same question, but trail spots.
Trail spots.
Yeah, like if you haven't, or how about best trail spot like all time, and then like kind of like 2014 ish.
There's so many trails and places to travel, and as much as I traveled and went, I still couldn't hit them all.
Yeah.
Who's your guy up north? The fucking dudes.
The Reading boys.
I've never
Andrew
been to
Bentley.
Reading. No, I know that's a
GJ.
humongous,
Those guys
respected,
are
well-built
dedicated.
place. Dedicated, and I've never fucked with them. Never seen their clay. Never seen their builds. I've never rode their trannies.
Beautiful red dirt.
None of it. But so I'm just my
Yeah.
shit's weak. I got
Fair enough.
lucky.
You
Let's
did
stick
East
with
Side?
stick with the riders.
You did
all
East Side?
I
all
got-
time, and then the guy that you sweat today.
Well, I just shared a video of you riding East Side just
Yeah.
today, and it was
I know,
sick.
but-
I was like, I got scared. To
Yeah, but you called that out
I
on
was
your first
scared
podcast.
when I rode there.
I watched it on the way here.
Yeah,
and you said
yeah.
my goal for this year is to go to East
Yeah.
Side, and then you did, and that was savage.
That was sick.
Yeah, it's all good. It's those
No.
jumps. I mean, I got
They're terrifying. I saw 'em.
They
I-
do the word, Matt. Just go that way, and you got it. Those guys know what they're
Fuck
doing.
that.
They build it
Yeah.
proper.
I was scared to walk on those things.
Yeah.
They're fucking terrifying.
That's how the Reading.
You'd be
jumps
surprised
are.
if you put yourself in it. You're in it. And
Once you're going,
natural
you're going.
ability's gonna be like, we're not fucking
Too
up.
late.
Nutty got no
Can't-
natural ability that's
Yeah.
getting him through East Side.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
So my favorite rider to watch now
do it.
is the Dovey dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight up, as far as like a bowl, a fucking whatever.
Trails.
I always loved Dennis. Even to this day, he's still. I can watch the same fucking tricks he does for the rest of my life. Dennis Dovey and I love Jay
Tui.
Jay Tui.
Yeah.
He's just so
He's sick.
crazy.
Yeah.
Good. And then I love R. Willie.
Yeah.
I fucking love R. Willie. I can't believe what the guy's fucking doing.
Can you? I think it's pretty
it
fun.
counts.
It's pretty funny because like you get the triple challenge thing, and when he came in and you were helping build those jumps when he first started riding those, it was like almost like, what is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to? And then he just won every single like
Because of him.
But like Nutter is his like number one fan because he actually is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And he actually is funny and he's
he-
personable.
He welcomed him first, I believe, or you were one of the first ones to kind of like not welcome him, but like accept him as equals instead of just
When
some
he
scooter
showed
kid.
up
Yes. I was there for
at
that.
the dirt comp,
You
yes.
jumped on the fucking landing and you raised his hand into the air in glory, and I was like, "Our Willie's in," and everybody was like, "He's in."
What's the
He's an
hardest
alien.
thing to do in BMX, and I saw it on everybody's faces on national TV, is like when you have to. They were all planning the triple flip, and when they're up there, you know your hands are fucking sweating on the grips.
Yeah.
You know you're shaking. You know you're not. Everything just gets weak inside your body because you're gonna fucking send it in front of it. So I saw it on everybody's face, and everybody did a really good job. But our Willie was still able to laugh genuinely, smile genuinely, crack a joke, talk to the camera,
Yeah.
do a weird little wiggle, silly move on the top of the deck before he dropped, and then just fucking handles it
Yeah.
on the most massive level as possible. Just that in itself, because I know when you're on the roll and what that's like. To be able to be yourself, your natural personality goes out the fucking door. It's like, but that guy, he still has his personality, and he drops in, and he's just magical. And so for that, you know, I just love watching him because it's not like he's trying, he's just fucking gifted. Like he's really acrobatic and able to do things no other fucking human.
He's an animal, just like in that sense where everything that he does, I feel like it is.
He was very respectful too,
100%.
though. Like, yeah,
I feel like when I've seen him drink,
yeah.
he drinks.
Yeah.
You know, like he goes
Australian,
in and it's like he's fucking wild as hell too.
right.
You know, like he don't really fuck around on any level like
I
that.
never hung
so.
out with him.
He's an Aussie, bro. He could drink, dude.
I've seen him. There was one event where he was up there and he was on top of that roll-in and he was freaking out beforehand. He was stomping.
tell?
He was screaming,
Yeah.
stomping the roll-in like full like animal mode.
That gives
like
me-
not
that gives
pointing.
me shakes,
Yeah,
'cause you
not
know
pointing
something's
the
gonna
camera.
happen.
Yeah, not pointing. You know, he wasn't the laughy like come on guy. He was like,
what was it? Do you
Did he
remember?
get it? Yeah. Did it?
it was like the look back fucking wop wop wop. You know,
He
like
got
I
it? He
think
landed it?
did
What's
Yeah,
going
he
on
did
in his
it,
head,
yeah.
though?
And it was like
That
he
rotation
was
in the brain starts
fucking
to
freaked
trip
out.
you
And
out.
it was interesting.
So
I was like,
if you see him scared, then it's gonna fucking
Yeah, blow your fucking
Yeah.
mind.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be really fucking scared.
Yeah.
But
Imagine
when I see him
visualizing
laughing, I'm
it.
like, okay, keep me cool. But like even when I'm watching, I get like scared for him. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
like dude.
Yeah.
And they've been pulling it off, which is just so sick, bro.
Yeah.
So fucking sick.
And then all time favorite rider. Like,
Tough
who's
as
the one?
nails, all of them. All time favorite rider.
Yeah.
Bro. No.
Bro.
I'm like right here, bro.
Obviously Aiken, and then Dennis.
Yeah.
Aiken, Dennis, Foster.
He's giving us the Rushmore. You
Yeah,
got to give us
that's
one
a,
more.
That's a solid one. That's
One
a
more
solid
for Rushmore.
because that's cool because it goes through all generations.
And
yeah.
those are older guys. And then now Dovey's kind of,
Yeah.
Dovey's kind of
Watts.
Yeah.
taking
That's a good one.
whoever's going high as fuck that looks effortless and can just make. Because I remember we used to the shit we used to like, scare us and be stiff at or just kind of work it out in the air. Like these guys are just, and they're not even strong. Like the Dovey dude, like. I never met him in person, actually.
They looked, yeah.
He's like new age Tom Dugan. Like he's
got really
like
no
refined-
muscle, but
yeah,
he's
yeah.
to go that high and have that control takes so much fucking muscle.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? So, who knows? Who
That's
knows?
a good one.
We're monkeys. Like, we're all monkeys.
One of the most amazing things I saw
Strong,
W do
super
was at
strong.
that, what was the Australian gym? They just had the backbone one with your boy.
Backbone, yeah.
They were jumping a long jump contest over kegs, and everybody was struggling to land on the quarter and get a pump to jump it regular, and they were getting a pedal in. W was doing it with no pedals, and then W
sat
came
down.
He did it, sat down. He fucking did it backwards.
Yeah, did it backwards,
He jumped
yeah.
from the fucking bank into the kicker backwards over 30 kegs.
Jeez.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's a savage.
He's built different.
All right. I think we'll end it there.
Nice.
I don't think there was there's a bunch of comments about how
Good job, you guys.
on
High
the-
five,
on
I
there,
like.
But nobody, there was not a single question. They're just all like fucking hell yeah, like stoked for another one.
I think we
So
touched
we're
on some
there.
good shit this time.
So,
Yeah.
I just want to thank you, Ryan, and for everything you've done for BMX and all the people that I've met in BMX, my family, all the people that supported me, and just God, and keep on killing it, everybody, and fucking love y'all. Peace.
Looking forward to seeing this clip that he gets later today.
Yeah. Are we going to OB?
Oh, Stu Johnson says what's up. Just got the text back.
Are we going to OB?
Name drop.
I would love to go.
That's where I'm going right now.
You guys ride with us?
Where you going to go?
I don't know. We'll do manual somewhere real quick.
Okay.
I got to stand, bro. Oh.
set the ramp up real quick.
Ryan, was I that bad? Or
You were good. You were
all
good.
right, cool. I was worried it was going to be too much.